What up, Fausto? Did you have to work today, man? This will be a really, really short show. I just want to give away this. So I can show you what this is. I'm sure you've seen it already, but again. Give me a moment. Hey, Lucy, how are you? Thanks for signing up, joining in. Ben, how are you? Oh, it's not going to show me that way. So, yeah, it worked earlier. How was your day? Good. Kind of eating and sleeping all day, unfortunately. At least, unfortunately, because of the eating so much. So I didn't. But it's a holiday, so everybody gets that, right? All right, let's try this. There we go. Hey, Nadia. So this is what we're doing. I really want to have more people in here because I want to give everybody a chance, or at least more people a chance. So it's not cool when it's only, I've got a dozen. It's not too bad. So I'll hold out a little bit more. But that's not 3 mugs, by the way. It's a 1 mug. It's just the logo wraps all the way around. So I was just showing all sides of it. And T-shirt. It's got the new logo on it with the microphone. So you'll get a mug and a T-shirt. I think it looks good. The new logo looks good too. Hello, Ms. Garcia. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. Hi, Abby. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. All right. You saw what that looks like, right? Let's get the Christmas music back on here. Quick second here. Quick second. I like the music. I'm assuming you guys can hear the music now, right? Hey, Mrs. Garza. Merry Christmas. Beautiful place you got there. I saw the pictures online. Freaking awesome. With all the elk back there. That's too cool. Very cool. Hey, Carol. Merry Christmas. Liz. Merry Christmas. Louis, what's up? Thanks for dropping by. Hey, Jesse, how are you? Taking care of the airport over there? Keeping it in line? I hope so. Nice for you to check in. I miss you guys. I miss some of you, I should say. How's that? By the way, can you hear the music, right? Somebody just give me a, yeah, we hear the music. Valentine's Day going up at the stores any minute already. I know. Isn't it sickening? Isn't it sickening? I mean, Christmas is not over, and I can tell. I was at Walmart yesterday, and workers, they were talking amongst each other, and somebody mentioned the word Valentine's. Like, man, calm the hell down. Slow down. Let's get freaking Christmas and New Year's out of the way, right? Hey, Troy. It was a balmy 50 degrees, no snow up north. Let's see. What do we got in Brownsville right now? What is everybody's temperature tonight? 72 here right now. No rain, no snow in sight. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Thank you. That. Yeah, Jess. I know you do. I know you do. Okay, cool. Awesome. Tony, welcome. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Shonda. So what I was going to show you, which I put it up there a few seconds ago, if some of you didn't tune in. This is the coffee mug, ceramic mug. It's just one mug. But I was just showing all the way around because the logo wraps all the way around. And a t-shirt. Manny Behind the Mic t-shirt. Whatever your size is, that's fine. And I'll send that directly to you. 38 in Pennsylvania was rain. Ugh, that sounds cold. We had rain here. I think it was last week, right? Was it last week? Last weekend? And holy mackerel. The cold air. And the rain was cold and the air was cold. And it's like, no thanks. Last year at this time, I was out there working, just like Fausto, at the airport, one of the airports somewhere around the country. And it was cold. I don't miss the cold at all. I'm okay without it. And I can live without it. I think I'll be okay. Now that I'm loving the Nutcracker sweet song in the background. I was in ballet as a kid. I was an angel and a soldier. Oh, cool. That's fun. Yeah, I saw the Nutcracker. Man, I don't remember. I was a little kid. School took us on a field trip to downtown Chicago and we saw that production. So, memorable song, right? 38's quite warm for Christmas night. It's crazy warm. Yeah. You know, it took me a while. It took a few years to, I moved here from Chicago back in 2001, early 2001. Maybe 2000. I think it was 2001. And the first New Year's, Christmas, New Year's, went to the beach, took a picture of yep, Christmas Day. It was like 80 degrees. It was unreal. And I adjusted. I'm not going to complain. Feliz Navidad. Hey, Vianney, thank you. Thank you. I've seen you here. I think you stopped by once before, maybe at some point. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. That Fiddler on the Roof and Singing in the Rain were my favorites. Singing in the Rain was an awesome flick. If you guys haven't seen, let's talk movies again. Singing in the Rain. Is that the same one with the... No. What's the one where he danced with Tom and Jerry? Remember he was dancing with Jerry the Mouse? That was really cool. That's a nice movie to watch over, with the family. Now, I was in the Doria Avila Dance Company. Oh, very nice. Really glad holidays are... Yeah, almost over. It's hectic. And you always cook too much food, spend too much money. And for me, self-employed, the kind of business I do, it just seems to die off. Business is gone until first week of January, maybe the second week, it starts to pick up. And I'm glad it does. It's like clockwork, but I'm just ready for January 2nd to start, tomorrow, and get this all over with. Struggling right now for a couple of months, but, I guess we all go through that at some point, right? I've been watching the Christmas movies on Netflix all day. Oh, I can't do that. I saw one Christmas movie this past 2 weeks, and that was Die Hard. And yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm just kind of bored of It's a Wonderful Life already. At one point, they were showing it. They'll show it throughout the, from Christmas all the way to New Year's Eve. I don't know. Not the greatest fan of that movie. I get it. I understand, but I saw it on Broadway. It actually rained on stage. Amazing. Well, that's cool. I went to see the, I think it was the World War II Museum in Atlanta. No, in New Orleans. New Orleans. That was pretty cool. They had a theater there that's set up with, so you can feel the wind and you can feel like snow coming down and stuff like that. Pretty neat. Oh yeah, Sean, the Fiddle on the Roof and Yentl, The Sound of Music, my favorites. What about Zorba the Greek? What's wrong with that? Zorba the Greek is a great song. I think it's a song, right? And was it a movie? I know it's a song. Anthony Quinn. You're gonna make me look it up now. Yeah, okay, the movie. That's the movie. Zorba the Greek. Anthony Quinn. Great actor. Underrated. Chuck, Merry Christmas. Nice to see you. I'll be in Brownsville in a month. I'm deployed in the middle of the desert. I sent Santa for everyone. Where are you at exactly? Are you abroad or are you in a desert like Vegas or something? Thank you for your service. If you are, working out there, thank you. You'll shoot out. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. I love to live Christmas. I don't care to watch it. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. I don't mind it, but once Christmas, like tonight, or I should say last night, done. Turn it off. New Year's Eve, all right, done. Countdown, all that stuff. Here we do a tradition with grapes, all right? You put a dozen grapes in a cup, and one grape represents 1 month for the 12 months of the year. Good for good luck. So we do that. Maybe some champagne also. Hi. Merry Christmas. Blessings to you as well. Okay, so Sam Chinos. What do I call you? What are you called? What is your name? Tell me about that. It's weird to type something to you and say, hey, Chinos. Unless that's okay, then I'll leave it that way. But so, Chilita, how are you? Merry Christmas. I hope you're doing well. Sachin. Tell me about that later. Sorry, can't say, but we do coffee. But we can do coffee soon. Please let me know. I would love that. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for your service. So, in case you haven't seen it, I know you have. For those of you who didn't get the chance to see it, oops. There it is. Try to get so you can see the light better. Damn it. It's whiting out too much. Here, I'll go back to this here. Merry Christmas, Cynthia. Thank you. Okay, I want to stop this music just for a minute so that I can share. That's what we're looking at. In just a few minutes, I'll be giving that away, and it's only for those who are watching right now. And thanks for tuning in just for a little bit. I'm not going to take all your time tonight. I do value family time, and I would hate to take away your family time. So that is one mug, one ceramic mug. I just showed off 3 photos of the different angles because it wraps around. The logo wraps all the way around. And a t-shirt. And that is what I'm going to be giving away right now. And I've got somebody, I got my Vanna White coming on to help me in a second here. Let me put this music back up here. All right. That's where I'm getting the free music at on YouTube. Hey, buddy. Guess who?
Hey, I heard you were giving stuff away. I just had to hop on. How are you doing?
Your Christmas going so far?
It's going, man. For the first time in the past probably 4 years, the kids actually opened their gifts on Christmas. So that was different. And for the first time, they didn't pick their gifts also. Because usually they're like, oh, here's my list.
I want this and I want this, right?
We're gonna take it back to the real meaning of Christmas where you don't know what you're going to get. But what you're going to get, you're going to hopefully appreciate. Yeah. And you're going to wait till Christmas morning to open the gift. So it was different. Kids loved it. It kind of built up that how do you say that, right? That mo- I don't know, dude. They build up that anxiety on the kids. They're like, oh, I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because before they would open everything up, and then Christmas would just be a normal day, you know.
Right. Just a regular. There's nothing. Yeah. Many times as a youngster, I had that. They would buy me whatever I wanted earlier in the week, and I already knew what it was. So Christmas Day was just like, whatever.
Yeah. How's your
Yeah,
day been?
good. Relaxing a lot. Relaxing.
Nice.
I've got. There's somebody we got in the hospital. Not real serious right now. I find out it was. We didn't know what it was at first, and we found out what the condition is. So we're just hoping in the next few days that they'll be out. So we didn't really do a festive thing
Oh, I see.
like
Well,
we had
hopefully they
planned.
get better.
Yes, my daughter and I made tamales Thursday. Cool, Melissa. Oh, I had between yesterday and today, I had a dozen tamales. I ate them myself, the whole dozen. Nobody wanted them. I could eat another dozen. Anybody got some extra tamales? Throw
Dude,
this way.
I tried making tamales yesterday. But I bought the masa that's already ready, like the
Yeah.
dough's already ready. That dough was no good. I mean, it was bland, flavorless. You know, the chicken was delicious, but the masa was no flavor. So it was
Yeah.
like I call it a fail.
Epic fail. Bummer.
Yeah, and
All right, let's see. If anyone can, let's see. I was going to make you guys type something to be registered for the giveaway, but I think I'll just leave it to anybody who's in the room right now. And I'll say everyone except Abel, you're not eligible for this, all right?
all right.
Not yet anyway.
Don't
I got
be
some other
rich.
stuff. I'll take care of you later. Don't worry about that. Let's see. My hair is naturally curly, so I played with that and put my name as Mas Chinos, but flipped it just because. Okay. Still doesn't tell me what your name is, but that's okay. You must not want it known. That's all right. Mas Chinos. Okay, I'll do that. It works for me.
More Chinese. I get
There
it.
you go. Yeah, in case for those who don't know Spanish, Chino is Chinese. It's Spanish for Chinese, and it's a certain real kinky hair.
Also, it's two definitions. I
Yeah,
guess,
why is
right?
that called Chino? Right?
Pelo chino. Like
Yeah.
you have basically you got Chinese hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I
Exactly.
haven't seen a Chinese guy with curly hair yet.
With a fro? Yeah, no, me
Yeah.
neither. We have here, yes, Vianney. Vianney is our hero right now. Anybody else who has served or is serving or who has served in the past or you're a veteran, thank you so much for your service. Dinner and football was good. Did we have NFL? Oh, yeah, I watched the Packers. Did the Packers win today? Not that I hate the Packers. My Bears suck right now, so I don't have a team to root for. I'm definitely not going to root for the Cowboys. Sorry, I'm not.
We needed you, bro, this year.
Hope you love me. Thank you, Shonda. That doesn't look like Van and White, right? I know. Somebody switched up on me, man.
Close enough. That's all you could afford, man.
Let's see. When you buy that masa, you're supposed to add your seasonings. So it's not like a ready mix masa. Just take it out of the bag and just wrap it. Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Merry Christmas, Abel. Merry Christmas. Hey, Tammy. Villanueva, huh? Really? It was something else before, wasn't it, Tammy? I probably ate 2 dozen. I know. In the last 2 weeks, I've probably had a couple dozen. And just in 24 hours, I had a dozen. I had 6 or 8 yesterday and another 6 or whatever it was today. Yeah, I had a dozen.
It's delicious, though.
I know it is. It's not good for you, though. That's why I try to only eat them once a year. Because you eat that stuff all year long, man, you're going to
blow up or what?
Blow up. It's the law of physics. Hey, Laura. Houston. Should be good weather, too, there. Safe travels for anyone traveling, especially if you're driving.
For the ones that didn't get their flights canceled.
Yeah, bummer. I don't miss that part of the job. I never had to travel and you get bumped or flights canceled or whatever. Thank you all for your service and sacrifice. Absolutely. Packers won. Yeah, I figured they would. Cowgirls. Yeah, watch out down here. Them some fighting words down here, man. Brandon. Colts 9, Cardinals 6.
I was
Ooh.
watching. Is that live right now? Because I was seeing it on the NFL Network, but I don't know if it's a replay or.
Oh yeah, I don't know what live games are on today. My maiden name in Foos. I kept Villanueva after my. Oh, okay, gotcha. That explains everything. Oh, where was Brandon? Here it is. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Hey, Brandon, did you make it home? Did you make it to Dallas or whatever? Dude's traveling. He's got to work tomorrow at 4 a.m. and he was traveling from Virginia to get back to Des Moines, Iowa. Hope you make it, bro. That's a long ways, and a short night. El Pato has great tamales.
Really? But they only sell pork tamales, don't they? I like chicken tamales.
I was never a fan of El Pato. I
like the refried beans.
Joe, what's up? Good. Guy Joseph is my childhood friend from Chicago.
Miyazaki.
I think we've known each other. Exactly. A good, exactly the way you pronounce that. I met Joe, we were, I don't know, a couple years old, 2 years old, maybe 2 or 3.
Wow.
And best friend forever. I will say that. Merry Christmas, Abel from
Feliz
Nadia.
Navidad.
Good, Joe. You working? Still working at the airport? Oh, it is live.
Okay.
Home. Damn, very good.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Good job. Now go to sleep. You got to be up in a few hours. Danielle, hi. Thanks for joining. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yep, that's you. Yep. Let's see. Yes, sir. Okay, good. Working today. Anybody working?
I mean, a lot of places are closed today, huh? Except like gas stations.
Gas stations are open. I think a Walgreens was open, maybe a CVS or something like that. But for the most part, everything was closed.
What do they pay? Like double time for some of these people, don't they?
I would hope so. I would.
Right?
If I was paying somebody, if I had to make them work on like Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Thanksgiving, I'll give you double or triple just so you can be here all day. And you have a happy employee, you got a good employee because they're happy, right? And you take care of them. What's that saying? Who said that? It might have been Richard Branson. He's been quoted as saying it, but you take care of your employees and they'll take care of you. And I do believe that a happy employee is a good employee. Yes, Joe, I'll be getting up in about 6 hours to work. Be safe out there, man. Come see us anytime at BFF. BFF is Scotts Bluff.
Huh.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Same to you, Tammy. Thanks for stopping by. All right, we're going to do this little raffle drawing here. It is automated, so it's not me picking a name or anything like that out of a cup or out of a jar.
Nice.
Let's see.
And it's not the Dominion network or, anything,
Yeah, it's not the Dominion network. Let's see. LWB. Yeah, that's another. Oh, man, I forgot what LWB is. I can't remember. Enlighten me, Tammy. Because I'll have to look it up. Man, you're out for a couple of months from the airline industry and
things start to fade away.
Right? Oh. That's with Jesse at Greenbrier, West Virginia. Beautiful place. Love the airport. My husband worked security all day yesterday till 2 a.m. at Papado and again today till 1.
That place must have been jam-packed.
Right? Yes, I got it. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Let's get to this giveaway deal. Okay, today's broadcast. Start collecting the comments. Here we go. All right. According to this, I've got 17 live people in here right now. So, you know what? I can add that, but I'm going to kill the music. How can I add another one?
Well, I mean, these are just...
Oh, here it is. Share.
Nice.
No, I got to stop the music. Oh, this is weird because okay, look. So there's only 2 of us, right? But you still hear the music. You still hear the music.
Yeah, the music was on.
That's another video screen open that's supposed to be here, allowing me to play sound for you guys. And that's a little glitch that they don't know about.
That little hack you found.
That little hack, yeah. So I'll put you backstage and I'll bring you back in a minute.
All right, sounds good.
Oh, maybe I won't have to. Oh yeah, I won't have to.
Sounds good too.
Okay, here we go. You can see the screen there. Let's see how many people. Let me refresh this.
So 17 entries is what it showed there, right?
Yep, tonight's broadcast. Now we're down to 16. So from these 16, we're going to pick somebody. Are we ready?
Let's go.
Are you ready? Ready? How about Chicago? Yep. I'm half alive.
Half alive person.
I count for 2 because I'm big. Yeah, but you're big, but you're tall big. You're tall big. I heard you were like 7'2" or something like that.
Someone in here has to be watching like on 11 accounts, so they have
right.
more of a chance. Looks like it's back up to 17.
Chicago is great. Yeah, let's see. Why is that, Sean? Let's see. Lucy, may you all have a good night. Good night, Lucy. Thank you for stopping by. Hang on tight if you want to be a candidate for this giveaway. Let me refresh this one more time. All right, we're going to go to 17. Are we ready? 18. All right.
Oh.
So give it another couple of minutes. Get some more people in here. Andale, look at her. Oh, okay. Like, hurry up, Manny. I want to get out of here already.
I want that mug. I want that mug already.
Right? All right, here we go. Draw an 18 and draw. Shonda.
Whoa.
Shonda's our lucky winner.
So she gets a package to, where is it, Hawaii? Or
she gets a trip to Hawaii? And oh, yeah, okay, no. Shonda is our winner for the t-shirt and mugs. And I want to have some more of those. I'll be doing a giveaway every week. I'll let you know when that happens. And then I'll also have those for sale. The mugs are really cool. They're great looking mugs. The one that I showed last time I had before, it had a small logo on it. So you had to turn your cup around, your mug around to see the logo. But this one wraps all the way around. So awesome. Yep. Shonda's a winner.
I like the way it has the black on the inside and it's white on the outside.
Yeah, the handle part of it is black and the inside is black. So it's pretty neat. Thanks, buddy. Congrats, Shonda. All right, Joe. Have a good night, man. Be safe out there. Good night. Dinner waiting. Good night, Ms. Garza. Have a great weekend. Lucy says, congrats. Thank you. You'll be willing to send it to our deploy. I'll send it wherever you want me to send it. Yes, ma'am. I like the black and white contrast, too. Yeah, they're pretty neat. Shonda, we'll be in touch. You told me what you want to do. And, well, that was pretty cool. That was the first time I used that little feature.
That was fun, man.
So I've got some big plans for 2022. Huge plans. And I'm still going to do, local Brownsville stuff here and there. And but there's a bigger stage out there. And you already know this. That's what I've wanted to do is get on a bigger stage and
definitely
with a larger audience. So I'll be expanding on that. I met some really, really good people the last couple of weeks, and all kind of topics. I'm going to have some entertainment, celebrities on. I hope for January. Some names that you have heard, and some newer names that I don't even know, but they're famous in the Latino music industry. I'm not even going to say them right now because honestly, I don't remember them. And 2, I don't even know if you would know it or not. I just,
Stay tuned.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. It was fun. Back to my hallmark. All right. Tell us what it is. What do you want to know?
Nail biter. They want to know what the big plans are. I was seeing a memory, bro, on Facebook. It's crazy. So last year we were doing we broadcasted. That's cool. We did it again. Awesome.
A year ago, really?
Pleasure. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be back.
That's
Great.
awesome. No, yeah, Abel. I've known him almost the whole time I've been here in Brownsville, I should say. One of the few, good, real, legit people. Because you got people that they say you're friends or you meet people, but a lot of people come in and out of your life throughout your life, right? But
And some keep coming back. Right?
good people, genuine people stay in your life, and you keep them. And if they're not genuine, I pretty much part ways. And you have to know how to. You got to know how to deal with your life and keep negative people and negative crap away from your life, and keep good people around.
Definitely on that, for sure, for sure. I mean, the thing is that, like that quote you sent me last time, and it's so true. Like we're able to, like as that quote says, right? Everything that exists, it exists for sure. So it's there all the time. No matter what you do, it still exists. But just knowing that it exists, you have to learn how to lessen the effect it has on your existence.
Yeah.
Right. So if that means parting ways and keep to yourself, then awesome.
Yeah. When you got somebody genuine, be good to people and keep your friends close. They say keep your enemies closer, but I'd rather not keep my enemies around at all.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have friends that you think they're friends, but any tiny, tiny misunderstanding, it ruins everything for a stupid reason. And that wasn't genuine. Hey, Ozzy, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for. I don't know. I have no idea. None of my beeswax. I don't know where he's at. Can I just leave it? Oh, should I name drop? I don't know if I should say name it because it's not confirmed yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but some names we're looking at. Anybody know who Jim Caviezel is?
Oh, Jim Caviezel.
Jim Caviezel?
That should be interesting.
If you don't know, remember the movie Passion of the Christ?
Yep.
We're just working to resolve scheduling things, but looks like
Hey, you've been talking to him for a bit now, huh?
Yeah, actually, to a friend of his. We have a viewer, a fan of the show who is friends with him. And end of the year is always busy. But I totally get that. New Year's, Christmas, especially for a guy like that who played Jesus Christ. You can imagine people want him all over the place. Christmas time.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Good luck to you, New Year, and your future endeavors. Great success will come your way. Cynthia, thank you so much. Cynthia's one of those who's been around since the beginning for me. This is had my 1 year anniversary on the 28th, I think, of November. Was the 28th. So it's been over a year already, and there's quite a few people in here who've been around with me the whole time since the beginning, and I thank you for that. Mastriano will kill it. Yes, I hope so. Doug Mastriano's senator of Pennsylvania, one of the senators in Pennsylvania, and really good guy. Absolutely deserves to be governor of Pennsylvania. He's a veteran. He's a legitimate dude. No nonsense. I'm going to try to get him on. Sean, to help me do that. Somebody who knows him. I tried to be in touch, but a year ago, this was a year ago, and I was on the road all the time, and I couldn't follow up, and it was just bad timing. Announcing it. Yes, gotcha. Did y'all catch a Biden clip where he said, let's go, Brandon?
I didn't get to see it, bro. So I just saw like Joe Biden like messes up the holidays or something, but I didn't see the clip. So is that what happened?
Oh my, so funny. It was Nadia. Can you send that to Abel if you got it, Andy? He's ahead in the polls already and hasn't announced. Dude's gonna smoke. He's gonna smoke that governorship. Have liked all the shows I've seen so far. Hope you can do even more. Yes, I'm planning on every regular schedule, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Probably 2 shows a night, like 7 and 10:30. I still want to do a 10:31, and then a 6 or 7 p.m. depending on who the guest is, and that kind of thing. And then we'll do the occasional Saturday stuff. Yes, Shauna did. It's up, Bam. Yeah, Bam. That's a different. That's
Bam.
that's not Bam. I know Ozzy knows better than that already. And Abel. Yeah, I'm trying to get Bam. Bam's a busy guy. He's having dinner tonight, and he was a no-show the other night. But you know what? He's a working man. He gets up early, goes to bed early. So I'm not gonna give him a hard time about that. Getting up at 4 a.m. is hard. I don't care what kind of job you do. Peaceful year. That's for sure.
Oh, good.
I'll see you on the 8th. I'll talk. Awesome. Oh, you're awesome. Have him on in a heartbeat. I'll try to talk to him. Cool. Oh, so cool. Let me know if I need to do. I'll do something too. Let me know. Okay, super happy for you. Thank you. Okay, another name. Okay, I dropped Jim Caviezel, right? I'm gonna try to get. And you know, not everybody knows this name. I think the older folk knows this name, but not any of the younger people.
So let's all pretend we don't know, so that way we're not the older folks.
And this one, I'm just speculating because it's been thrown at me here and there, and the name came up a bunch of times. So, Ricky, if you're watching, don't get mad at me or nothing. John Cicada. You guys know who John Cicada is? Or like some say John Cicada.
Cicada.
Anybody know John Cicada?
All the older folks. Let's all just pretend we don't know.
Bam is a rock star. Dude probably has an agent handling his schedule. I know, right? Yeah, he said he's going to try to make it on more often. I know he likes it. It's just that those 10:30 shows at night are a little tough on him. And
well, that 4 a.m. wake up time?
Yeah, he's got long days. So I'll see if I can have him on an earlier show instead of the night show. I'll send you his appearance request form. Oh, beautiful. Politics, if you're into politics, or even if you're not, Doug Mastriano of Pennsylvania is one of the good guys. He really is. Look him up and listen to a lot of what he's got to say. He's legit. He's no nonsense. Yeah, real gentleman. He's a veteran, and just I've watched a lot of his interviews, and he does a lot of live shows, makes himself available, and it seems like a real good, legitimate, good guy. So, yes, you know, cool. Yeah, I know people know. Not everybody does. Like the young kids nowadays are going to go, huh? But
so where's he from?
John Cicada, the singer. He's a singer.
Okay.
I'll play a song, and you're going to go, oh, that guy. Hey, Hilda. Thanks for joining in. Yes, you collaborated Gloria.
Oh, I know who Gloria Estefan is, yeah.
Yeah, and still does. Wow. And, you know, my kid is now associated with Sony Music Latino. And I interviewed a guy, Ricky Rincon, a couple of weeks ago on Instagram. I don't know if anybody caught that. I'm trying to get onto Instagram more and more because a lot of these entertainment people use Instagram, not Facebook and YouTube. So I'll be doing some stuff on Instagram to get in, you know, to be up to the times. And anyway, there's a lot of connections to be made there. A lot of popular music that's out right now that, I mean, I hear the music. I just had no idea who they were, how popular they are, and how huge. What's the guy, Maluma? You guys heard of Maluma?
I heard of that guy.
Some have, yep.
Is he on that list or what?
Just saying. I'm not gonna. I'm just dropping names. That's all. But
possible names.
Yeah, I'm shooting for the big time. If you don't ask, you don't know, right? Doug is a great man. He'll be good for the whole country. Yes, 100% agree. You know, I'm going to try Governor Abbott. I was waiting for the year to end. I know a lot of people are not happy with him. And I'm not exactly sure if I agree with that. I'm glad he's building the wall, continuing the wall. I'll say that much. And I have to look at his whole track record before I make any kind of judgment on that. But
so what are people not too happy with?
That's what I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out before I open my mouth and stick my foot in it.
Okay.
And I want to see what he campaigned for, what he stands for right now, and what he's gone back on, and to see how he voted on certain things. I'm glad abortion is illegal here. Gonna come out and say it. That's for a whole other show, but I'm okay with that. I believe in the heartbeat law, but some states and some people don't, and we won't get into that right now. That's a whole other discussion.
A whole other 4-hour discussion.
Yeah, which there'll be a lot of angry people and this and that, but that's certain things that I stand for in this life, and I accept everybody and everyone, whatever color you are, or creed, or sexual orientation. I don't care. And same-sex marriage, I am for. A lot of the controversial topics, same-sex marriage, I agree with it. I think love knows no boundaries, and if you find your soulmate, whatever, be happy. That's all I say. Live and let live, and let be happy. But there's a couple of things that I won't budge on. Like the early shows, late one, too late for the scale. I gotcha. I'll try to do more 6 p.m., 7 p.m. kind of stuff.
Mr. Chuck
says, Merry Christmas. Celebrities go on Instagram live off. Yeah, I know. That's why I got to do that. I got to hit Instagram more. Good night, Ilda. Or bye. I don't know if you're going to bed or not. I have no idea, but goodbye, I guess. Someone told me gave her grandson dinosaur stickers for Christmas. I just found some. You're finding stickers all over the place? That's funny. That'll learn you. Hey, Trisha. Merry Christmas to you and the man there. So, what did you do last night? Do you have your Christmas last night, Abel? Your dinner last night or tonight?
Well, I'm telling you, we did the whole tamale fail thing. Tamales failed.
Bummer. So, was that your main meal?
Well, we ended up having some beef hot dogs, but was really
no offense, but it turned into a very ghetto Christmas. Is that what you're saying?
They were good tamales. I mean, they were good hot dogs though. Them Angus beef hot dogs.
Oh
yeah, they're good, better than the tamales. Because now I know somebody on here said you're supposed to add the seasoning to that masa. The chicken was delicious.
I wouldn't own that either. I would have just took the masa and started making tamales. I had no idea.
But yeah, other than that, just been waiting for today, and then today's gone. That's it. Another day in the books. Another Christmas in the books. Fantastic.
Well, the main thing is you guys were together and you ate together, right?
Yes, man. There's a lot of people who are not together this holiday, and that, it's a big blessing to be together, right? And then we all underestimate how big of a blessing it is, or we just say, I don't want to visit my mom, my grandma, my aunt next year, and then next year they're not around, and it's like, like last year my mom was having a hard time, and I remember having Christmas and making it extra special because I said, well, what if this is the last Christmas? But luckily I was able to have another Christmas with her. But that's where we learned that we need to appreciate the times, right? Because we don't know.
Yep, it's all about the gathering more than anything else. Great food doesn't hurt either. You made bad tamales, but great memories. See?
Yeah, great memories, man. The whole family was involved. Me, my wife, my kids. Everybody had a little, So it was awesome. The experience was awesome.
Tamales, that's gonna be. You're gonna be spoken of forever. Remember that your dad messed up the tamales. Remember that year? Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. The experience was like great. I mean, I thought I was running a Delia's Tamales restaurant or something, and how they show the memes of expectations versus reality, just like that.
Oh yeah, you should have done one of those, right? Or before and after. Melissa Thomas, you did not season the masa.
No, so I just bought the masa like that, and I started, slapping it on the leaves. on the corn husks or whatever.
Dude, I would have done the same. Me, if nobody says anything and says, "Here, make tamales," go buy the masa and get the meat or the chicken or the pork. I would have done the exact same thing to Abel.
But and that's masa. It's already dough. It's not. I didn't have to make it from scratch. It was dough already made, and it says like ready to make or something. And so
Yeah.
yeah,
What's the look? What's he sporting? The hair, the little flip hair. Oh, there you go. We got a fan. Easy sauce is guajillo and chile de árbol. Chile is garlic and onion. Remove seeds from chiles before and boil.
see, I did that, and I added that to the chicken right after I shredded the chicken and everything. So the chicken was delicious, but the masa, like I said, the masa was already basically the dough was made however it was already. It wasn't masa like the powder. It was the dough.
Right.
And so it was just like I said, plain.
See, and I would have thought the same thing. If I get the masa already made,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
in
I
a
thought it was
bag,
gonna
it's
be
like,
the
oh,
best.
ready to go, right?
Yeah,
I know that where I buy tortillas at over at Disco de Oro, tortillas here in Brownsville, you can buy a bag of masa, and I swear I would have thought the same thing. So don't feel bad about it, bro.
Good.
Nadia, see. What you to the pre-prep masa able to add a bit more manteca to the masa to make it softer and let it come to room temperature. Reserve some of your red chili blended mix you add to the chicken and save some for the masa to add more flavor and color to your maize.
I'm gonna retry again for New Year's.
Sounds easy, right? But that's like an all-day thing. I
It,
remember
it
my
was
mom
tough,
used to
though.
make. You can make 100 or whatever in a big old pot, and different layers, right? You got different layers of tamales stacked on top of each other. Sheesh. That's a long day of cooking. We should just put beef hot dogs on the
There
menu
you
from
go.
now on. Yeah, the backup. That's your
Good thing that
default
was
backup.
there for the backup for sure.
Pillsbury made ready to bake pie crust. If you have the
So it's the same.
they
I
still
get it.
do.
Yeah, the masa was white.
It was white?
Yeah, like light, not all. It was like yellowish, but it wasn't like that good, nice color.
Yeah.
It was white compared to the orange ones I'd like to eat.
Okay. See, if it was white, then I would have thought, why is this the wrong color? And then I probably need something. See, that should have tipped you off right there.
Yeah, but I mean, I just thought, it's already dough, so it's kind of hard to do anything to it. So, but now, I mean, everybody's hopping on with the tips. I'm gonna have
Right?
some killer tamales
It's
for
like where were you 3
New
days ago? I use those pie shells, John. I make them Libby's pie. Oh, Libby's. God, the name I haven't heard in a while. Pie mix. I can't eat all that stuff. I can't eat sweets, but yesterday I had some homemade fruit salad. So good. If you have an instant pot, you can cook them in 30 minutes.
See, all the tips I needed.
Instead of steaming them like forever, for a long time, I don't even know how long tamales take to cook. I don't remember. My mom used to make them all the time. All I know is she would make them. She'd be making them in the morning, and I'd go out and play or go to school or whatever, and I'd come back at night, and they were already done there. So I don't even know how long they took. Linda Lou, welcome. How you doing? Nice to see you.
Hello.
At Texas Stadium, they made hot dog tamales. Now that sounds gross. It just sounds gross. It really does. Hot dog, just like what I keep hearing now lately. Cream cheese inside tamales.
I heard of that too. I don't like cream cheese up, so it doesn't call my name.
You know what was good? Have you had sweet corn tamales?
Mm-mm.
Man, that's actually real good.
So you can make a tamal out of anything, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Shonda makes her own fillings too. I've tried to make pie crust. It's apparently not my talent. I've heard crust is hard. It's not easy. It's got to be perfect. The guajillo chiles are used for color and flavor. These chiles don't have any heat.
Yeah. So I did all that. I gutted the chiles, washed them up, boiled them, threw that what is that called? Garlic, onion into the pot. That was perfect. The chicken was perfect. but it was just the masa, bro. That was just. But it explains. I mean, you can eat it, but it's just weird because you're eating masa for nothing. There's no flavor in it.
Right.
So it's like, what you don't need it, right? So we basically we probably made like only about 40 tamales. We opened like 3 or 4. Said no, we're not gonna eat this stuff.
Mm. You know what you should have done was made Chicago style hot dogs.
Mm.
And that's where you do onions, tomatoes, peppers. I mean, everything. And you pile it up, pickle, a whole spear of pickle.
Yeah,
So this is your bun. This is the height of your bun. But then once you add everything else, you're like this tall right there.
I had tried one at Sonic once. I'm sure that's nowhere near the actual Chicago style, but
Yeah, because the main thing with the Chicago style hot dog, you start off with a certain brand of meat or the kind of hot dog, and that would be Vienna Beef Company. Bean and cheese tamales are the best. See, I'm not a fan of cheese. I'm laying off of cheese. Dairy is no good for you, y'all. Milk, stop drinking milk. Just quit drinking milk. Tell your kids to quit drinking milk. Milk, you do not need anything from milk to make you grow. It doesn't grow your bones. It doesn't make them stronger. None of that crap. Saturated fat, nothing but saturated fat is what kills everybody. Saturated fat is what gives you diabetes. Sugar doesn't give you diabetes. Saturated fat gives you diabetes. Once you have diabetes, now you got to lay off the sugar. But sugar in itself does not give you diabetes. And dairy is meant for dairy milk, cow milk is meant for baby cows. It's not meant for humans. I promise. I promise.
I've never been a big milk guy. I don't even like ice cream, to be honest. Like, I might have an ice cream maybe once a year.
Yeah.
It never was for the health reasons. It was just because I didn't like it. I don't know why. Like milk, I have milk in my cereals once, twice a year.
Yeah, I'll do milk
But
and
it
cereal
doesn't calm me
like
though.
that.
It doesn't calm me. Like,
I remember when they used to say, drink what was it 2 glasses of milk a day or something?
I just heard like it has like a lot of. I mean, again, I do not drink it because of the health benefits. I just do not drink it because I don't like it. But I have heard that like the hormones that they feed the cow are basically in the milk. So now you're being passed down the hormones. Just like when a baby, like if a mom's breastfeeding and she drinks a coffee and the baby gets the caffeine and now he's
Yep,
all hyper, and it's the same way with this kind of milk.
it is exactly. You know how many different things they inject cows with? Dairy cows. It's like 400 different vitamins and steroids and all kind of crap.
I
Over
just hope
400.
I love fajita, and I'm not discounting the entire cow here.
But that's the other thing. And and again, I'm preaching this stuff, and I'm going to try to put it into practice. So, right now I'm one of those. I'm better at preaching it than I am following it, but I'm
You're
going to try to start following it.
the Joel Osteen of diets.
Right? Right. Seriously, meat was never made for human consumption. We don't got the teeth for meat. Meat was meant to be eaten raw, believe it or not, because it was for other animals. So meat was meant to be eaten raw. We don't have the teeth to be eating raw meat. It was not meant to be.
At the moment, who know? I mean, I don't know if we can study so far back where maybe we were cannibals and we had piranha teeth. You know,
Yeah, go ahead and look that up, and get back to me after you find the
yeah.
research.
I'm sure I'm not gonna find nothing on that.
I bought my Instapot last year after Christmas on clearance. It was 150. Clearance price was 99.
I've made some good ribs in the Instapot.
Oh man, I love pork ribs. I don't like beef ribs. Got to have
I
pork
won't eat
ribs.
pork ribs. Oh,
You won't?
no.
Why?
I don't know. That's another thing. Like I don't eat pork, not because of the health benefits, just because I don't like it. I don't know why.
Pork ribs, baby back ribs are so good. and you either smoke them for a long time, or the other method is to boil them. Boil the ribs. I don't know how long, a couple hours, whatever. I can look up the recipe. But boil them, and then when they're cooked, then you put them on the grill, put the barbecue sauce, smoke them on the grill. Wow, they're so good. Cream cheese tamales are actually good.
So you haven't had the dino ribs? You mean like the beef dino ribs?
I have, but I'm not a fan
dino
of it.
ribs. They're like
They're
12,
big one,
13
like
inch.
yeah.
Man,
Not a fan. I prefer the pork. We made cream cheese and jalapeno, also refried bean ones. Cream cheese and jalapeno. I know the cream cheese in a jalapeno, right? What do they call those?
oh, like I know what you're talking about, like jalapeno bomber style.
Like yeah. That was pretty good. I was impressed. That was the first time I ever had one a couple of weeks ago. Last month, maybe. I was impressed. Proud to be here since episode 1 of the show. Yes, Ozzy too. Ozzy's one of the OGs. I was one of the characters in the whole Castro RP Manny multiverse. that whole disaster. You're a good man, Ozzy. I made the sausage stuffing waffles. Sausage stuffing waffles.
Is that waffle stuffed with sausage or sausage stuffed with waffles?
Or just waffles and sausage mixed together and used as stuffing? I think that's what she means.
That's a multiverse right there.
Right? That's like the whole chicken and waffles thing, right? We always have the in-laws make the tamales. I want to start trying to make them. I'm always smoking meat, so I think they would turn out awesome with pulled pork and brisket.
Imagine.
Ooh, damn. Dude, you make a batch of those? Bring them. We'll do the taste test on the air. Pulled pork tamales. I imagine it'd be like pork tamales, but brisket tamales.
I'm getting hungry.
I would try that, right? Hey, Michelle, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and all your whole family. Hope you're doing well. You should have added ketchup or salsa when you were eating them. They would added flavor.
I added salsa. I made sure I threw some habaneros in that salsa just to
wait, are we talking about hot dogs here, or what are we talking about?
I'm talking about the tamales.
The tamales?
I tried them. I'm telling you, I actually did try them. I mean, that's how I knew that they were bland. They were.
Are any of you people ketchup on tamales people? Please say no.
I don't know how that works. I haven't tried it, but I don't know if I will.
I mean, I like ketchup. I like ketchup. I can eat ketchup on my eggs. I can eat ketchup on white rice. But on tamales, it seems
multicultural,
unnatural. Unnatural. That's the best word I can think about.
That's a hybrid hot dog.
Beef wiener, no bean chili, cheese and mustard. No bean chili. Yeah, I could do no bean chili.
Okay, no bean chili. But is that like chopped up beef wiener or
cheese and mustard?
Is that like a whole chili?
Is that like a casserole something or a chili? Yeah, what is that, Shonda? Linda Lou, yes, Chicago. There you go. She knows. She gets it.
You have to have those sports peppers on that thing or something, right?
Yeah, and it's got to be a poppy seed bun.
There you go.
Poppy seed bun. And you can get it at the airport. If you ever go through O'Hare, there's a couple of places there that sell Chicago style hot dogs. They're not the greatest ones on the planet in Chicago. But if you need one quick and you're there on a layover, go get a Chicago style hot dog. It's so good.
I'm gonna have to order that pack. Remember one time we looked that up and they actually sell. They'll ship you a kit.
Yeah, pizza. You can get like Lou Malnati's pizza. You get 2 pizzas. I think they're about this big. They're not real big.
But if it's like freaking $80 or something.
Yeah, how much is that?
It was pretty crazy. Those hot dogs, man.
Let me see. Lou Malnati's pizza right now. 2 pizzas for $67, $68.
And they're them personal pizzas.
Yeah, they're the smaller ones. They got a 6-pack for $120. So you put those in the oven. They cook for about an hour, give or take.
Wow.
So good.
Why, they're fat or what?
They're just thick. The crust goes about this high.
No way. So it is not just like a personal pizza, like a little DiGiorno.
They call it a pie for a reason. Yeah, it's a pie. It's thick.
Wow.
Some people, one slice and they're done. and they can't eat more than that.
So it might be worth it then.
It's worth it if
Like
you're
at least a one-time experience or
oh,
something.
totally, yeah. It's very filling. It's a lot of calories in that thing. So you want to eat something like that once, every few months or something, not every week,
Or just to say you
because
did, right?
the pounds you will gain. Go vegan.
My wife's been vegan, I think 6 or 7 years already. Imagine, and I'm here cooking fajita every day. Good stuff, you know.
See, and it's hard though. It's difficult because all this crap that you're not supposed to eat. Where do you get your protein from? I know they're going to say, "Oh, vegetables. You can get protein from vegetables and all that stuff," but it's hard. You've been eating meat all your life to not eat meat anymore. And chicken's no better than beef. I mean, beef is not good because they inject the cow with all the freaking chemicals they got injected into the cows, and then
And
we're
same with
eating
the
all the
chicken.
chemicals. Yeah, same thing with the chicken. Same thing with the pork. To be honest, and so, but milk is no good. Milk is no good.
And I
Milk is
tried
no
a
good.
vegan burger once, dude. I couldn't hold it in my mouth for 1 second.
I can't. I tried one in my life, and it was like I was eating wet cardboard. Shonda, nope. I love cheese. You go ahead and be cheeseless. Sad man. I know.
And I can't eat cheese like on a burger. Or I like cheese on a pizza. So people will be like, "Well, you like cheese because you eat it on pizza." I'm like, "Yeah, but I won't eat it on anything else." Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like today, I was asked the most difficult question. My little girl was like, "What is the food you dislike the most?" Like I can easily say what my favorite food is, but I can't say what the one I hate the most is because to me, the one I hate the most is the one I don't eat. So
Yeah.
which is like a whole whole bunch.
Yeah. And I don't do cheese. I eat like on fast food. You go to a burger anywhere. I don't do cheese on my burgers.
Ever, or just started that, or
Rarely. It's been a few years already. Because I think I saw somewhere. It might have been Super Size Me. That movie,
oh
that
yeah,
documentary.
I saw that movie. I was watching it like 2 weeks ago.
Or something on TV. They were showing here's the calories, on a quarter pounder with cheese, and then quarter pounder with no cheese, and they had a whole lot less calories. So I started leaving the cheese out. Makes a difference. Linda, milk makes your kid go through early puberty. Yes, it is. That's 100% correct. This is
The
true. I'm telling you,
hormones.
milk is no good. Milk is no good. You don't need
I,
milk. Cow milk was meant for baby cows. Goat milk is made for baby goats.
it's like I met well, she was a substitute teacher. She was the mom of one of my friends, and in school, right? And well, she had 2 kids, and she would say it like a proud mother, like, "Oh, look at my son," because she had 2 kids, right? The older son, it's like he's like this tall. He's a huge guy. He's tall, probably 6'3". She said, "Oh, I always gave him milk," and my other son, which was the one that was my classmate, was just a whole different size. She's like, he never drank milk, so that's why he didn't get as big as the older brother did.
Yeah.
So I mean, just to put that into perspective, they're brothers from the same family and same anatomy or DNA, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is just huge because milk is all he's been drinking. And my eyes were never really open to it until now that my wife, like I told you, she went vegan like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
And she's been trying to sell me on it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm sorry. I love Wagyu beef. I love brisket. I love all this stuff. And she's like, well, like a pig. Every time they kill a pig, he's like a 3-year-old kid. He knows what's going on and this and that. And I'm like, well, I don't eat pigs, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I watched that one time how they slaughtered animals for like cows for beef, and I quit eating meat for about a month, maybe.
Whoa, man! Oh, that's when you were up there, right? You were still up there. I remember.
But then you just go back to it. You've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And it's there's no pleasant way to do it. They didn't do it any other way because any other way. I mean, they try to do it to make it a stress-free experience for the animals they're about to kill. But because when the animal's stressed out, all these other chemicals come out of his body and they get into the meat.
Yeah.
That's why you guys seen the movie No Country for Old Men?
Yep. I love that movie.
When he goes around with that
The nail
air,
gun?
compressed air and that gun. It's like a gun. It's got a metal cylinder that he keeps shooting everybody in the head right there. That's how they knock out the animals. They put that to the animal's head and boom, boom, animal's knocked out. While he's knocked out, they slice his neck and he bleeds out. And he never knows what happened. So it's not a pleasant thing to think about. Is it enough for me to stop eating meat? I've tried, and I'll keep trying. But until then, until I get to the meat, you can cut back on milk and cheese and dairy and all that stuff. Saturated fat is what kills you. My husband says the same thing about milk and gets upset when my granddaughter drinks it. It's a myth. It's an old wives' tale.
And I don't have a hard time with like not eating like or drinking direct milk or I don't even eat eggs. Just because I don't like them. Not because I'm trying not to. I can't. I used to when I was a kid until one day I was like, they call it in Spanish, empachado. Like I was done with it, I got sick from eating it so much, I guess.
Huh.
But again, I point back to my vegan wife. She'll look at everything, right? There's bread. Oh, contains milk and eggs. So she won't eat that bread because it contains milk and eggs.
So a vegetarian is just somebody who doesn't eat meat but still eats like milk, cheese, and
my wife won't own a leather belt, leather shoes.
A vegan is totally non-animal, period.
Makeup,
like you said,
perfume.
Belts, makeup, perfume, nothing that comes from an animal, including milk and cheese and that kind of stuff.
Soaps, shampoos, all that stuff, bro.
That's a lot of research you got to do, imagine, right? Before you buy anything, it's like,
yeah. I mean, it's just like I said, it's a total opposite because I'm over here, like Chuck said, smoking meat and all this other stuff,
right?
Man. And
because all the hormones they give the cows. Yep, that's exactly right.
Yep.
You don't believe it? Look it up. Quit feeding your kids milk. They're not going to die without it. They're not going to gain anything because of it. And kids are tall and big, not because of the milk, but because of all the crap in the milk.
The hormones, right?
Yep.
Again, because, I mean, at one point in life, maybe they were trying to build the warrior, the big guys, and they didn't care about their lifespan. They just cared about building the biggest guys.
Yeah.
And, you drink milk that comes from a cow, which is, who's their dad? A bull. And these guys grow up to be big and mean like a bull.
Yeah, dairy makes our cheeks look fluffy.
Mine just look fluffy naturally.
I think so too. I think you're right. Big Meat probably deleted all the research Abel is talking about. Right? Probably did. I've been watching from the beginning too. Melissa, you're so awesome. It's so cool. I mean, there's another anniversary that came up. It went by. I didn't forget about it. But I was going to prepare something and discuss him. My friend Josh passed away. It was just about a year ago. And it was a rough couple of days. I'll get into that this week. Josh, I miss you, bro. Carol, stuffing with sausage cooked in a waffle iron. Stuffing with sausage.
Like stuffing, like the one you buy to put in your turkey, like the stovetop stuffing.
I don't get it, Carol. Carol, just tell us what it is. Is it a waffle? Is it a waffle made out of sausage?
Iron, so it must be some kind of waffle. But
so you put the stuffing and everything into a waffle iron. So stuffing and waffle batter.
Oh, but is it sausage like sausage or sausage crumbles like the breakfast ones?
Lucy, explain yourself. Let's see. I'm a ketchup on tomato. Oh, Melissa, I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I tried. It just doesn't work for me. No ketchup on tamales. Right on. Exactly. Never ketchup, just salsa. Yes, salsa. That's what I had on mine. It was so good. Ketchup is a natural. Yeah, I suppose you're right. It's a chili dog. Sheesh.
Ah,
Okay.
so that was
Gotcha.
that chili. I forgot what else you had mentioned on that. Some kind of wiener and non the non-bean chili. Yeah,
Right. My 9-year-old eats ketchup on
19.
everything. And eggs scrambled, it's all right. And white rice, it's all right too. A little bit on a burger. Never on a hot dog. Never on a hot dog. No ketchup
Wow,
on hot dogs ever.
you're an alien.
You go to Chicago to a hot dog stand and you see like the
Like
no
the
smoking thing, but it
oh
says
yeah,
no ketchup.
dude, my hamburger's overfilled with ketchup, and then like at Whataburger, I'll ask for extra ketchup, and then I'll still dip my burger in ketchup on every bite.
Oh yeah.
And same with hot dogs, I like a lot of ketchup.
And celery salt. Oh yes, celery salt. Those little greenish neon green colored peppers. A spear
Oh,
of
for that hot dog,
Chicago
Chicago.
style hot dog. Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. Now I want one. I'm gonna attempt it. I mean, make it at home unless you got the right. It's got to be Vienna beef or some kind of good cut of meat of hot dog. It can't just be these hot dog packs you buy at the store. Although some of them are okay. I like Nathan's. It's good hot dog.
Those are good. Ballpark, but
Eh,
I get the
n-
ballpark, but there's Angus beef, and then there's another one above that one. No, it's just a
dude,
prime
you want
one.
a good hot dog? Try Hebrew National.
I haven't tried it just
Oh my
because.
goodness, it's good. We went to Chicago. Chuck says a few years ago, my wife would eat Chicago dogs for lunch and dinner, while I ate deep dish pizza and Italian beef. Italian
Sounds
beef.
delicious.
Somewhere in Dallas area, I think north of Dallas, they're getting a Portillo's. And if you want Chicago food, go take a drive up that way when it opens up. So it's be in 2022 sometime. They got Italian beef, Italian sausage, gyros, hot dogs.
I remember that one. We did a show with about that one once. I had my
Yeah,
background like if it was we were outside of Portillo's.
that's right. I remember. But Melissa, wine isn't vegan.
No, there is vegan wine though. Yeah,
Wait a
my
minute.
wife
Wait a minute.
would only drink vegan wine
What the hell is vegan wine?
because
Grapes are not.
no, because there's wines that are basically filtered using fish oil or something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
So she's not drinking at the moment, but when she used to have wine, it had to be a certain, specific vegan wine.
So that's kind of like organic. There's the word they're using now,
Yeah,
organic.
organic. They throw it on there. Right now, they'll even throw vegan certified on it. Just to catch the right.
Interesting. I have to look into that because I would not want wine filtered through oil. I guess no plant-based food for me. I know it's not easy.
Put it
My
this way: in a whole week, I don't even eat lettuce. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Oh yeah, so
meat.
you need leafy greens, bro. You need green. You need
I'm sure.
even if it's a salad, just some ketchup. I mean ketchup, some
I'd eat
lettuce,
ketchup all
some
day.
spinach, romaine lettuce, even, and at least get your vegetables that way. Got to have some veggies.
Whoa! Did you see that comment before that?
My whole household's been vegan for 4 years. Today is actually my 4-year anniversary. Wow,
That's crazy.
hardcore vegan, huh?
Imagine the whole household. That's one thing that we can't accomplish.
Yeah, no. I'll try, but and it's funny. Every time I try, I got to eat better. Quit eating meat. I'll have a big bowl of salad one day, and then at night, I'm gonna go to McDonald's, get a little hamburger. Just once, I get a little hamburger.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once the body becomes craving, it's like you crave the crappiest stuff because your
Milk
body
brings,
wants
yeah.
that.
No, you're right. Yep. Nani says milk brings on inflammation into the body and secretes mucus. Yes, that's why they say when you have a cold, don't drink dairy because it adds to your mucus and the phlegm you're trying to get rid of. Most vocal artists lay off dairy to save their voices. Their voices are their bread and butter. You are absolutely right. Maddie and everyone watch Dr. Ken Berry YouTube channel for a lot of good informative facts.
That vocal stuff was in middle school. I spent 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in choir, bro. I was actually really good at it. And they would always say, okay, like the night before, you guys, nobody drink milk, chocolate milk, none of that. So yeah, now I know why.
Yeah, and that's true. It's very true. I'll stick with Bacardi. I'll second that.
Yep.
I think that's the best rum. Bacardi rum is the best. Freaking practically invented over there in Puerto Rico. It's got to be Bacardi rum. You can make your own rice, almond, and soybean milk at home by soaking the nuts and beans in water overnight and blending them in a Vitamix or other blender and then strain with a cheesecloth.
Man, it sounds like a lot of good eating, whatever that says.
I don't know. Does it?
Make your own rice. So not the actual rice that comes from, it won't be a grain anymore. It will be more of a pasta.
Yeah.
Right.
That sounds right. Have you done it, Nadia? Okay, Carol. It's a waffle with Thanksgiving stuffing with sausage added. Delicious with turkey gravy. So it's a waffle with stuff on it. Like,
it's again the sauce, like the breakfast sausage or like the sausage links.
Oh well, the way you do it in a turkey stuffing. So probably just like
a hamburger helper kind of looking thing.
Yeah, I would imagine something like that. See, now that sounds good. I'd probably try that. Boar's Head Franks are good. The casing gets crispy. Boar's Head makes decent stuff. That's a good brand.
But they sell those like at the deli or something, or what? Because I haven't seen them on the
deli. Yep. Sabret hot dogs are the best. No, Vienna beef is the best. Vienna beef. Sorry, I got to overrule you on that one. Vienna beef, Midwest stuff, Chicago and surrounding areas. I was going to get into the hot dog business a few years ago, and I was going to get a box. It was like 90 hot dogs for like $35. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I want to try to start selling hot dogs. But I was afraid I was going to eat them all before I got a chance to sell them. You can find lots of vegan wine at HEB.
Yep.
Interesting. I don't drink though. Okay. Bread and vegan butter.
Even that, like I said, my wife, it's a bread that cannot contain milk and eggs. And then, there's the vegan butter. So basically, like I'll go and buy we're going to cook out today some hamburgers. So I go and buy that, like the meatless burgers. Yeah. And then it has to be the kind of bread that she likes, which is like the yellow HB bread is actually vegan. The HB brand, but it's the yellow label, I would say.
Yeah.
That one doesn't contain milk and eggs. But me, I like the big buns. So those contain milk and eggs. So it's like shopping for two whole different, two different meals. It's funny.
Yeah, it is. Man, I bet I don't know. Was that ever frustrating for you? Like, oh, now we got to read this, or we got to learn the history of a brand or the kind of food you want, or does she want to make sure it doesn't have anything,
I don't know how it all happened. I just remember at one point in life, like she said, well, I'm going to try to be like a vegetarian. She's just started, just chicken and fish or whatever. And then went vegetarian, and I said, you know what? The way you're going, you're gonna end up vegan one day. And then just one day she was vegan. She said, well, I'm just gonna try it. And then it's like 7, 8 years later, and still, I just like that I don't have to buy the leather bags and stuff like that. Even though if they market like purses as vegan, the prices go higher too, just because they're marketed as vegan, which is plastic.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you put the stuffing in a waffle iron. Okay, so there's no waffle batter in there. Just put all your stuffing in there and make a waffle out of it.
Dude, I actually have some stuffing
Well, there you go. You got
So
a
I'm
waffle
getting
maker?
hungry.
You got a
I got
waffle
a
iron?
waffle maker. I got some stuffing.
Oh man. Well, there you go. Get to it. I know what he's gonna be doing when we hang up here.
Burning the
Melissa,
kitchen.
right? My daughter's 24. She hasn't had pork since she was 12 and hasn't had beef since she was 14.
Wow. I heard a lot of people, like in the Hispanic culture, right? When they get older and they start saying, like, "Oh, my knees hurt. I'm gonna stop eating red meat."
Yeah.
And then they stop eating red meat, and they say, "Well, my joints feel better." And then they say, "Well, then I eat red meat, and my joints start hurting again." I don't know how true that is, but
It is very true. Red meat. So I saw this documentary, and that's where I got it from. And then I did the research on it, and everything said the same thing. Meat causes the
inflammation.
properties of meat cause inflammation in your body. And we're talking about immediate inflammation. Like as soon as you start eating it, things start happening in your joints
Darn.
and things get swollen up. So it's not like, well, I want to eat meat and then, down the road, a few years from now, I won't get that inflammation. No, it happens while you're eating. So there is much credence to that inflammation in meat and them not eating meat. So if you lay off the meat all the time and you've got a joint problem or something like that, you should notice noticeable improvement. And I believe it. I tried to go without meat for a few days after I saw that documentary and then read up more on it. And I don't know, there's an overall feeling of you just feel, I can honestly say, I guess you feel better. It's like certain things that were kind of bothering you internally are not anymore. It feels nice. It does, actually. You should check that out. What's everybody doing for New Year's? Are you guys doing New Year's dinner or anything like that? Trying to figure out what to do. Honestly, I think I've spent enough money for the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, there's a bunch of money spent there. I don't know. Thought about ribs. I don't think it'd be fun to have salad for New Year's Eve, so we're going to stick with something like that. I wouldn't mind turkey again. I love turkey meat. I love breast meat, turkey breast meat. Carol says,
Okay.
I'll stick to the 4 food groups for my nutrition.
Can we name the 4 food groups, Manny? Let's see. It's like grains, right? I guess, or fiber, right? Grains or fiber, and then there's for sure there's meat. Oh yeah, there's meats. It's a triangle thing, but oh man, I just remember meats and fiber.
I know dairy was one of them. Okay, I just looked it up. Fruits, vegetables, grains, protein foods, and dairy. The 4 main food groups. Milk, meat, fruits and vegetables is one. Bread and cereal is another. Milk, meat, fruit and vegetables, bread and cereals. Sounds right.
Yeah, the original stuff. It feels so good to eat good. When you eat good, you feel good.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. When you lay off the meat,
I can't.
you actually noticeably you just feel better. You feel different. People that have IBS or Crohn's disease are told to lay off meat and gluten. IBS, for those of you who don't know, irritable bowel syndrome. And I'm not sure what Crohn's is. I see it on the commercials.
It's hard to lay off meat, and then gluten is in everything. In everything that is glued together, basically, like breads, tortillas, that kind of stuff.
Tortillas. Okay, so flour tortillas are obviously bad for you, but what about corn tortillas?
They're bad too. They have carbs. Carbs are bad for you. It's not the tortillas.
I don't know if the carbs is that bad.
The carbs turn into sugar when they're in your body.
You haven't seen that? Watch that documentary. What the Health is what it's called.
That's the one that turned my wife vegan. I'm not gonna watch that.
And there's a
But yeah,
reason that it's lasted so long. There's got to be a reason that it lasted so long.
could be marketing, could be money, could be who knows. I mean, diet. You know what? I think probably the worst diet would probably be is the processed stuff. Eating the processed stuff.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know, so on top of the processed stuff, I would believe because I love meat, it's gonna be hard for me to leave meat. But I totally understand how at one point in life it was okay to eat your own cow that you raised.
See, but it's only hard because you like it, not because you
Yeah,
need
my
it.
body, like
Like
exactly,
the
like
taste, it's the taste.
your body becomes addicted to it. Period.
Y- Yeah, I can see that. I think your taste buds get addicted to it.
Yeah,
But
the taste buds are part of the body.
you know what? I
Yeah.
quit drinking regular soda, like regular Coke,
Uh huh.
and I'm just sticking to
Yeah,
the
because you're getting the caffeine now. Try to get rid of caffeine. You
yeah.
see,
So guess what I'm going to start next week? Caffeine free Diet Coke.
wow, that's when
I
you'll start shaking a bit.
I had 3 cups of coffee last week with my kid. She was here in the morning. We were drinking coffee together. I had 3 cups of coffee, and I drink that Starbucks Sumatra on my Keurig.
Uh huh.
And I messed him for 2 days, man. I had the shakes for 2 days. I was
Oh man,
it affected my stomach. I just had this overall nasty feeling, and I attribute it to caffeine, too much caffeine. And I don't want to go decaf, bro. I really don't. So
that's tough. But
I want to stick to 1 cup of coffee. At least I'm going to
so
try.
a day or a week?
Yeah.
A day.
Yeah.
That's good. I just get a in the morning, just to get the morning rush. But I drink only black coffee. So I do like 3 or 4 spoons of Folgers, and that's heavy. I
Mm.
realized because my wife does a Keurig, and I tried 1 pot of Keurig versus my 4 spoons of Folgers in that instant coffee,
Black coffee, huh?
black, just like that, and jitters for sure, dude. And then I already have a little bit of anxiety always, so that thing just
Yeah. I don't know if I can do black. I've tried to wean off I use Italian sweet cream for my creamer, which is really good. And I've tried to use less and less every few days, every week, a little less of the creamer, trying to go black coffee, but that's a tough one.
you just have to
That's
go
gonna take a
black
while.
all the way, bro. Uh, and then, like they say, you never go back.
I won't touch that one right now. Yeah, yeah.
But for sure,
Chuck's
like
wife makes pozole. You like
um,
pozole, man?
I have never even honestly, I haven't been able to differentiate the difference of pozole versus menudo. I know menudo will has a beef tripe. Pozole it has like the hominy, but what is it, pork or something, or
I don't know. All I know is that I won't eat it, and I don't like
menudo either?
menudo either.
I love menudo with tortilla de masa. I learned that one on a drunk time once. I didn't used to eat it with tortilla. I just eat it by itself.
Yeah.
And one time, this guy was there eating it with tortilla de masa. I discovered a lot of my foods actually by drinking because I was a super picky eater, dude. Previously, I hadn't
Yeah.
tried rice. I hadn't tried mashed potatoes. I hadn't
Dang.
tried brisket. I hadn't tried like all these things. It's funny
You know,
until I was an adult.
rice in moderation, potatoes in moderation, pasta in moderation,
They're all carb filled. That's why they're bad.
and the saturated fat is the bad. Anything. Look at your label on everything. Let me see this. I don't think there's any saturated fat in Diet Coke.
I
Nope.
doubt it. I have a
But
Sprite
anything,
right
almost
here.
anything you eat, like pizza, anything processed, like you buy sandwich meat from Oscar Mayer, even at the deli, that meat you buy, give me a pound of honey ham or whatever. That's
Uh-huh.
all processed. That's all processed. Hot Pockets, all that crap, that's all processed. Any TV dinner, even if it's, Weight Watchers or whatever the hell TV dinners, processed. It's all processed. Anything processed is no good, period. Frozen pizzas, processed.
Yeah. So then, what do you believe would be the right thing to eat?
A plant-based diet.
Dang, that's tough. That's tough. I mean,
Nice. Yeah, it is tough.
for whoever can make it. I mean, I can say I'm a witness that my wife hasn't died yet without eating meat. But I probably would die if I didn't.
Oh, lasagna. Hmm.
They even have some crazy vegan lasagna. Everything is getting veganized.
Your wife's a good woman for being able to do that, bro. And
I mean, that just shows mental strength, right? I mean, I wouldn't be able to, especially with my cooking, dude. I'm here cooking some really good fajita, and cutting it up, sizzling fajita, serving on the table.
I know, man. I could eat a lot of it myself. Give me a pack of tortillas, put the fajita there, and I'm going to town. Menudo is greasy. It is. I think just the smell of it, something I can't.
Where's it greasy from? I've never tried that, man. A greasy menudo.
It is greasy, man. It's you see the grease floating at the top all the time.
Maybe I drown that in lemon juice and habanero sauce, so I don't see it. I guess.
Ugh, I'm just not a fan of how it's made. The tripe, yeah, I'm not. That's. Have you ever
Yeah, and
seen? You know what the tripe is, right?
yeah, it's the stomach, like
Yeah,
stomach
and
lining
what
or
passes
whatever.
through the stomach, all that
Yeah,
waste goes through. Ugh.
yeah, it's weird.
Nope. Diet Coke is
Diet
the
Coke.
worst. I don't
That's
know. Why is it?
that's
Because of the.
research Alzheimer's and Diet Coke,
But it's not the Coke. It's the
the
sweetener.
sweetener. Yeah, but then there isn't anything that doesn't have a side effect unless it's water, and you have to see where it came from, where the purity level is. It BPA free? There's a whole. You can get super technical with it, and
Yeah.
at the end is just like, I mean, water is definitely better.
Diet Coke is bad because of the sweetener.
Yeah,
I wish they would make Diet Coke with a different sweetener. Okay, I don't understand. Is this Coke Zero?
I was having the same debate in my own mind
What the
when I
hell's
was
the
at
freaking
HB.
difference between
Yeah,
that and Diet
that's
Coke?
what I was trying to figure out, dude. I was like, what is the difference?
It has a different taste.
Yeah, but I'm like,
It's
what is the difference? Why? It's branded differently, obviously because there's something different going on in there. What is it?
yeah, and you look at the labels that ingredient thing, and it's the same as Diet Coke.
Because it remember somewhere in their legality or whatever, they were not obligated to state the full ingredients of Coke to protect their patent or whatever. So that's why you don't see everything, and that is kind of weird too.
And
But
so the taste is different. I thought maybe the sweetener was different. I was like, oh, maybe this one has no sugar, no sweetener. But I looked it up and I tried it, and I don't like the taste of it. And maybe I'm too conditioned on Diet Coke already.
I would prefer like a Diet Coke over a Coke Zero. I
Yeah.
started with Coke Zero, but the Diet Coke is good.
And the only way to have Diet Coke is with on ice and squeeze some fresh lemon juice
Oh, wow.
from a lemon into your glass. So good, very refreshing. You can veganize anything and everything.
Diet Dr Pepper is good too.
Oh, Diet Dr Pepper actually is pretty good.
Like for a change.
Yeah,
And
you
yeah,
can
I have
vegan.
seen it. You can veganize everything and everything. They have like vegan turkeys, vegan brisket. And I don't know what it's really made of, but
I
it's
tried that no, not cauliflower crust like for pizza.
uh-huh.
Not a fan.
We went to in San Antonio. There was a place called Mod's Pizza, and they actually had a vegan pizza there. I didn't try it. I wouldn't,
You,
but it
you
was
wouldn't you wouldn't say, I'm not gonna try that.
no.
Have
Why
you all
would
heard
I?
of the
No.
Daniel's fast? No, what is a Daniel's fast? Carol, disgusting. Talking
The
about
menudo,
menudo. Yeah, yeah. Abel, does your wife eat honey?
no honey. Yeah,
She's
no, like
hardcore vegan.
literally, like I told you. She will not use, like, for example, a clothing hanger if it was, if it had leather or something that came from an animal. like nothing, not even her creamer for her coffee. It's like I don't I don't even know what it's called, bro. It's some other like
Dang.
almond milk, comes from almond milk or something. Chocolates. She found a few chocolates that are like dark
W-
chocolate
When
with
did she start?
coconut.
How long has she been like that?
I'm gonna say 7 to 8 years already. Easy. No less than 7, no more than 8.
I
Right in
imagine she
between.
did like her own a lot of research over the years. To have to research everything you like to eat to find the alternative, right?
I can't find the why yet, but it was that what the health thing that
Yeah.
began that and stuff.
Just put more lettuce and greens in your life, and you'll be better for it.
I'm sure.
When my mom was a teacher, and I'd have out at the school with her, the teachers' lounge had a TAB vending machine. Remember that soda? Tab. I used to love Tab. It had a
Oh,
unique
didn't they
taste to
have
it.
like a Dr. Tab or something like that?
It was Tab. It was called Tab. Yeah, they might have had the other kind, but Tab was so good. It had a unique taste.
Yeah,
You know how you kind of secretly like the taste of
like Pepsi
Pepto
versus Coca
Bismol,
Cola.
like Pepto
Oh, okay, I see.
Bismol.
I see.
Well, Tab had a certain taste to it. It was different. Wow, you're going way back with Tab. Some places still sell that here and there. Bedtime. Thanks for a great Christmas night. God bless you all. Carol, thank you so much. Hope you had a great Christmas and get some rest. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Good night, Carol. Do you remember Jolt Cola? Oh,
That,
horrible. Jolt, and then I think the Red Bull and all that stuff was kind of born from Jolt and everything else and stuff like that.
that
At
was
least
that
I think
energy
so.
thing.
Oh, heavy caffeine in that Jolt. It was
Didn't it have like a lightning bolt or something? I can't remember
probably,
that one. And they had one called Surge, like Surge, Surge.
man. And I remember my early 20s, I was taking this diet pill. I can't remember the name of it, but you take it and then it would send you to the bathroom and you would have like diarrhea. It would flush you out. And later I found out it's doing that because there's a high content of caffeine in there.
Oh crap! Literally.
And that plus it wasn't giving me the shakes and stuff, so much caffeine. So I quit taking that. And then I think about all this caffeine that's in Red Bull and all these energy drinks. I'm like, for young people to drink this stuff, it's like, what the hell? How much energy? What? Where?
What can you create your
Why do
own?
they need so much energy? I mean, what are they doing where they don't have enough energy? What happened to young people now? I never needed that stuff when I was
Well,
young.
it's definitely the addictiveness of caffeine. That's why there's that's why there's caffeine in it to keep people going and addicted to it. But like they say, a body at rest stays at rest. So people who are at rest all day long, they have no energy, and if they do, it's just there sitting. They don't want to do nothing with it. So it's like a what's that word? Like a mirage, right? Where they think that, well, if I drink this Red Bull, I'm gonna be super active, and instead it's just like you're still sitting there on that same chair 8 hours later, but jittery. I think all those energy drinks have caused, if you'll see a huge spike on anxiety, including. And I realized this because I used to work at this warehouse, and I remember we would all drink energy drinks like maniacs, and all of a sudden everybody from there was like super like on anxieties, on a
Yeah.
different anxiety level. One of the guys I know that was there, he took it to the extent where he became disabled because of his anxiety,
Dang.
and I felt near there, but I mean I just managed myself. Um, but I think that it has. If you think about it, back then, think about how many cases of anxiety there was to where we're at right now with anxiety. It's like a big
It's
topic now.
yeah, it's through the roof right now compared to how it was, even 10 or 15 years ago. And I'll bet you, obviously, like you just mentioned, the diet had a lot to do with it. Different things that we eat and drink, things that we consume that's what's making everybody sick,
Yep. And then they can come and sell us a solution.
right?
Yeah.
I've tried Diet Right soda too. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Diet Right. I didn't like Diet Right. Not that it tastes any better than Diet Coke, but Coke had the Coke formula. Diet Coke had the Coke formula. So
I
I
just
don't
found
know.
out 2 weeks ago Brisk has caffeine.
Oh yeah, tea.
I
Tea
I
has
didn't know that.
caffeine. Lipton tea has caffeine. Tea the tea bags you make tea, that's got caffeine. You can buy that decaf.
Wow. I knew those green teas did. I just didn't know those Brisk.
RC Cola, man. RC Cola is so good. RC Cola is good with pizza.
Me and my RC.
It's a perfect match with pizza. You ever had an RC Cola with
I need to know.
pizza? Oh, man, it's so good. Try that. Man, you know what? I got a pizza from the pizzeria. Oh, speaking of pizzerias, that Stefano's in Harlingen burned down last week, or at least there was a fire in there. I don't know if the whole place burned down, but the Stefano's Pizza in Harlingen, really good pizza there. They burned down. Bummer. Put a lot of people out of work for a while, and very sad. It's bad timing. Not that it's ever a good time to have a fire, but
Right.
Hopefully they'll rebuild back better, which is the actual true meaning of that phrase.
Rebuilding back better.
Does your wife ever go to Sweet Craft?
Is that the one on like Military Highway, like 802 past the expressway, headed west, like towards 281? If it is, let me know. If it is, yes, I've been there for her.
We go all the way to Brownsville from Edinburgh just for their sweets. Is that the place? Does that sound like the place?
I'm pretty, yeah, because they sell like conchas, like the different sweet breads, stuff like that.
It's like
There's a
vegan
new one.
conchas? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
For real?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'd try that. I would try that.
I found another one by accident 2 days ago. I went out with my daughter. We went to Target, then we stopped at this place called Raw Chocolate. Oh yeah, like Ruben Torres in Military. Yeah, we've had those. Well, she has. I haven't. She liked it. There's that place on Morrison, so it's like across the street from Target, basically. There's there's two places there with the vegan stuff. One of them is called they sell poke bowls, which is like bowls full of it has like tofu, all that mix.
And guess
like a
what?
salad kind of stuff.
Tofu is not good either for you.
That's what no. Okay. So by accident, I landed on the next one next to it. It's called Raw Chocolate, but with an X, like chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
And they had some vegan pastries that looked delicious, like brownie cake. Looked really good. Like I would have eaten that.
Yeah, you got to tell me where that. I want to try. I would try the vegan concha. Yeah, for sure.
That's just like on 802. You pass down under the expressway headed towards 281. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Before you hit a pawn shop on the right side, there will be that place.
I can't picture it. We'll get to that. Hey, yeah. Victor, the digital dimwit.
Double D.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing tonight? I think social media is one of the main causes of anxiety and depression in our younger generations. These kids never get a break from constant societal pressure.
And that sucks.
You can't deny that one. That's, I was gauging myself how much time I spent on my phone and social media the last 2 weeks. And then I realized the other day that I keep the freaking phone in my hand. I don't even put it away anymore or in my pocket even. I just keep it out in my hand. And I'm like, something's wrong with this picture.
It's conditioning too, bro. Just wait for that metaverse thing to start. Like give it a year. That thing's gonna be crazy. If we've lost a lot of people right now because of even me, dude, for a while. That's when I stopped, like I'll notice I have my phone and I'm like, even I have nothing to do, bro. Automatically, I'll click on the app.
Yeah.
And then I log out because I'm like, what the heck? Like, let me find something else to do. I click right back on the app. And I'm like scrolling or whatever.
Dude, it's bad. I've got the streaming app open right here, and one of my tabs is Facebook. And I keep checking Facebook. And then right now, I grab my phone to check Facebook, even though I got Facebook.
Yeah. Right. It becomes automatic.
That's a problem. That's an
So
addiction.
I think that and this was one I was wanted to save for a future show, but since we're talking about it right now, the thing that's gonna happen with the metaverse, bro. Picture that if right now we are on autopilot,
Yeah,
autopilotly searching for an app. Imagine when you're actually in the metaverse, right? And you're in there,
yeah.
and it's like, well, all this is going on here. I'm chilling with my friends, whatever, whatever, and then who cares about real life because you're. I mean, there's such more fun time over here, and the more people that are distracted, the easier things can slip under the carpet or whatever you want to call it, right? There can be laws that are getting passed. There can be all these things that you can, and you're like, well, I don't care. It doesn't affect me because I live in the metaverse, so it doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect me. I don't care.
Have you seen this movie? It's is it a movie? It's a movie on Apple TV Plus. It's called Swan Song.
No, I have not. I have not.
So the movie is there's this guy who is terminally ill. And this is in the future because some of the technology that's being used, it's not like totally in the future. You're not living on Mars, but they've got self autonomous cars and like cabs that take you everywhere, and they're really cool looking. And when he's checking his email or things like that, there's just a no device, but this little screen pops up, boop, like right in front of you, and there you can touch that or make it go away, and then it would just like disappear. And you should check that out for that technology because I can. Okay, so then he went to go. So the thing with that movie is he's dying, and he doesn't tell his wife. So they clone him. There's a company
Oh
that
wow.
clones people. So they make a clone of this dude, and they're the memories. The dude's got everything. The clone's got everything. But there's a scene where they tell him, "Well, you're gonna have to turn off your cameras, in your contact lenses and your like." So
Oh wow.
he makes a motion like this or something, and then he says, "Turn off cameras," and then all the cameras, whatever he's got in his system or whatever, just shuts off. And that's right around the corner.
Yep.
Google had those glasses, or Apple's got those glasses coming out pretty soon, or they're out already, where you can see everything right from just from wearing your glasses. It's all in your field of vision right there, and you can make certain hand motions, and the camera in your glasses picks up your hand motions, and that's how you can open apps or make a phone call or stuff like that.
No, I mean, there's so many things that are pointing to. I'm not gonna call it the extinction, right? But to a certain extent, the extension of what we are
Yeah.
and the new beginning of what's gonna happen, man. Because I can tell you, the metaverse is looks it looks great. It's gonna be very attracting, luring. So you're gonna be in the metaverse. They're selling billboards on the metaverse. Like you have a business, like Manny behind the mic. So I can be in the metaverse and I have my goggles on, whatever. I'm chilling with my friends, but it's time for an ad, and I'm driving down somewhere and there's an ad, for Manny tonight at 8 o'clock.
No way.
They're selling billboards or there's another place called Earth 2, which is the
Hmm.
clone of the world we live in right now. So somewhere in Earth 2, somebody else can earn the property you live in right now. But it's all digital.
Is that the same as what I'm hearing lately? This term used, virtual real estate.
Yeah. So it's a great
I,
thing for investors, but to me, for mankind, I think all these things that are happening, bro, are a bad thing because things are gonna. If we think right now, they'll show those pictures where, oh, look, a whole family is eating dinner and they're all on their phone. That's gonna be over for sure
dude,
because they're all gonna be living in somewhere else,
I
basically.
remember with these kids as teenagers. I remember we were out to every time we were out to eat somewhere, and they'd whip out their phone because back then it was just text messaging mostly.
Uh
And I was like, "Put the phone away. We're just eating here for half an hour. Put the damn phone away." And now, 10, 15 years later, or 20 almost, I'm got my hand glued, my phone glued to my hand.
Dude, your thumbs start to shake sometimes. Just like
And to expand on little what Linda said, yeah, a lot of the problem going on though is they don't know how to handle rejection. They don't know how to handle criticism. So when you got the cancel culture saying, "Oh, you're too fat," or "You're too skinny," or "You got too many pimples," or whatever the complaint is, people just short circuit and they freak out and they don't know how to deal with it.
So imagine when a person feels so bad, right? I feel a little bit bad. I'm a little overweight. Okay. Imagine me being a kid being rejected by society because I feel overweight. I get called names at school. I get called all this. But in the metaverse, I can be this guy that's chiseled like a UFC fighter. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Where do you think I'm going to want to live? You know, in the metaverse where I'm this other guy who's attracting to other people. I'm a super nerd and I can control different things. I can build this house. I can, it's like a Minecraft kind of thing, that
yeah.
metaverse. And so that's where it's pushing everybody to. Because, hey, you don't feel good don't worry about it. There's Earth number 2 where you can go live in. But, you know, I've been like all year long, dude, like thinking, I haven't read on conspiracies. This is my personal thought of what I believe that why, okay, so the question will be, well, why would anybody build anything like this? Right? Something so malignant, because in reality it's tearing apart families,
Mhm.
it's taking humans away. And then you think, you know what, because there's something bigger, because if everybody's distracted, whoever's still here mentally is who is going to be in charge of voting or in charge of what's going on. And the more people we lose, the better for whoever wants to push new laws or new crazy cancel culture kind of stuff.
Yeah, I can see that happening. That sounds like where society could be headed to. They were able to raise 15,000 for their employees. That's awesome. Hopefully, they just spread that around, and so sounds like they're probably going to rebuild. I don't think it was a total. It was a brick stone building, so I think the shell of it, the shell and the bones were still good, but they'll be out of business just for a little while. Ruben Torres in the military. Hey DD, Merry Christmas. Yes, that chocolate place sells awesome chocolate. Man, I gotta try that now. Social media is such seriously an addiction to some. It is, man. And I'm trying to keep it where it's just for business, for publicity, but still, it's like you have to be on it all the time. You have to be up to speed on. Here I am thinking, oh, I'm on Facebook and YouTube, but now it's like I'm told Instagram is you what? You're not on Instagram? What? So it's consuming. It just consumes you. Just sweet craft vegan. Okay, I'll definitely going to check that out. Now they have Merry Christmas. Let's see, they're open every day, 11 to 7, closed Mondays. Uh, Sassy's Thai has a lot of amazing options. Veggie
Yeah,
del
Veggies
Sol
del
is yummy
Sol.
too.
My wife gets a lot of stuff there.
You want a
That's
fun
downtown.
fact? You want me to give you a fun fact?
We love fun facts.
I did the logo for Sassy's Thai restaurant.
Where's that one at? But that's
That
a great
little
fact.
that little elephant, the Thai food, Sassy's.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
yeah.
did that logo for them
That's a fun fact.
a
Throw
few
that one
years
in the
ago.
book.
Yeah, that was fun. It was nice. When they first opened, they were on 802, right next to where what's that pizza place that used to be there for the kids?
Oh, Gaddy's? Or what?
Yes, Mr. Gaddy's. It was right next door to Mr. Gaddy's. And then they actually shut down for a while, and then they reopened up and recently on Expressway here by just off of Price by the Burger King.
Oh,
Good.
kind of like by that other the Lin's, like
There's
around
like a
was it Lin's
little
somewhere?
no. What's over there? There's the Chinese restaurant. I forgot the name of it now.
Lin's, isn't it Lin's?
No,
Or
Lynn's is the buffet down the street by the mall.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you. It's at a corner where the little
Man, what's it called? The cafe, the Chinese.
Lotus.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's in a plaza next to Lotus, next to Burger King, right there. There's a little tiny plaza, brand new.
Like by Converges.
Yeah,
Or what used to be Converges or whatever.
right. Hey, Joe. Nice to see you. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you had a good year. Nice to see you, Joe. like you guys, I always have my phone in my hand. Like you guys, I always have my phone in my hand. The bad thing is I have the work phone in the other hand. I know, now I got swindled. I'll say swindled by Spectrum Business to take my business number and put it on a mobile phone. They gave me a great deal. So now I've got my mobile phone on one hand and the business phone, personal and business. And that's a pain in the ass.
Wait, so Spectrum has a commercial plan for cell phones now, or what?
Yeah, it's not even a commercial plan. It's like $29 unlimited,
Oh, like just the
everything.
regular plan they have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but I had, like it's kind of like a landline through the cable system or the modem and all that stuff. But now it's just all mobile. Now it's like, yeah, you know what? It made sense. So I did it and I switched over for it.
Basically a switch from one place to be able to be mobile. That's good.
So yeah, something I probably shouldn't have signed up for, but I don't know, save me a little. It actually does save me a little. So yeah, you're right, Chuck. Merry Christmas, Annie. I welcome Ani. She mentioned to me how to pronounce it. I think I'm still doing it wrong.
Ani?
I think it's Ani.
Ani.
Sounds right. Yeah, so anyway, we're going on 2 hours here. Man, I only wanted to be on like for 30 minutes.
Close enough.
Here we are 2 hours later.
Time travel to 2 hours.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you guys got to hang around with me for a little bit. We did the drawing. Here you go. Ozzy G, what's up? Yeah, we did the drawing. It's the Ani. Okay. So we did the drawing for the freebies. We had a Manny Behind the Mic cup, mug, ceramic mug, and a T-shirt. And Shonda, Pennsylvania, was the winner of that. And I will put that in my store. I'm revamping the store too, so logo is getting updated and everything. Listen, as soon as Abel gets back, we're going to call it a night. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I didn't want to be on this long, but I like talking with you guys, and it's nice to greet everybody, and it's nice to say hello. So a lot of new faces, and that's awesome. Let's see. Are we tired of that Christmas music yet? It's 10 o'clock p.m. It's still technically Christmas time, right? Or should I change it up a little bit? In case you're not on before New Year's Eve, Happy New Year to you and your followers. Thank you, Chuck. Same to you and your family. Yeah, I'm going to be on again before. New Year's Day is next Saturday, right? And that's New Year's Day.
A week from now, so yeah.
Yeah, so Friday is New Year's Eve. So yeah, I have to do something. I have to think of something clever to do.
We did do one last time.
Manny, did you adopt a dog? No, I did not. That's my daughter's dogs. They're here from Miami visiting. And my future son-in-law, he's in the hospital right now. He had a disease or a condition. I don't know if it's a disease, because they said once it goes, it shouldn't come back. So we're taking care of the dog for a little while. He's with us like all day for a few days. His name is Parker. He's sleeping right now. Parker, and they named him after Tony Parker of the basketball.
Oh, the basketball.
The Spurs, yeah. So yeah, he's a bulldog. He's a French bulldog. Hey, Frank, how are you, sir?
Mr. Frank.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do. Be safe out there. Thanks for stopping by. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Feliz Navidad.
Yes, Feliz Navidad. They were talking about some stupid crap about certain was it Christmas music Christmas music saying that's not good for you when you're listening to it in the car, raises your blood pressure or whatever.
Wow.
Cancel culture is trying to cancel Christmas music now.
Damn Grinches.
I'm telling you, you guys with kids, tell them that people who criticize and all this, tell them to not even think about it. You gotta, you got to be strong. The kids nowadays got to be strong. It's not even about thick skin. It's about being strong and standing up for yourself, saying, "Yeah, okay, whatever. You feel that way, and I feel this way, and don't back down. That's how you feel."
Right.
And it's you. Everybody's got their opinions. That's a beautiful thing about life, is that
Yeah.
not everybody has the exact same opinions, unless you want to live with a bunch of clones where everybody feels the same way.
Yeah. Because, like, unfortunately, social conditioning starts with being social. That's when that's when you start getting conditioned, when you're running with the masses, because it's so hard to break away from them, because you feel, you know, all our tribes are, as our ancestors, they rolled in tribes for a reason. We were looking for acceptance where we could be. There wasn't like, we were not nomads where we were just going our own. There was a few, very few of them, but history goes back to where we would run in tribes, and we needed that acceptance. And we're stuck in the same situation right now, but at a whole different level, where now everybody wants to get accepted on social media. I drive this car, I live in this house. They could be a rented house, it could be a rented car.
Right.
And people fall for it, and they think life is as easy as doing whatever they say, so you start following those people. And then once you meet failure, you feel like, man, I failed and this and that. So it spirals downward into the infinity of failure, and you fall back into society where you're going to fit in, because,
Yeah.
hey, I tried to go off alone, it didn't work, I need social acceptance. And so it's even tougher now with social media, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to live up to a standard.
Yeah, and I think if you got kids nowadays, you're raising your kids, and I mean, now it's at a point where even at a younger age, you've got to get them a phone or a tablet or something, and they're able to hook up into some kind of social media at a much earlier age than like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And you have to prepare them for all that. You got to tell them, hey, there's going to be people saying some sick crap. There's going to be people saying stupid crap. They're not going to like your haircut. They're not going to like you. They're not going to like your name. And they're going to say things, and your job is just to tell them to, nicely go fly a kite. I don't care. And don't cry about it. Don't let it bother you. And you don't be like them, but don't let things that people say bother you or get to you. I know it's easier said than done, right? But
Yeah.
I don't envy, people with kids growing up right now, teenagers and preteens. It could be a very difficult space for them. And
Well,
don't tell them that they got a safe space and to run into a corner and take the time out on themselves for 5 seconds or whatever. Don't do that. They need to face it, and they need to stand up for themselves.
Yep. I mean, that's the worst thing that's going on now, bro. Like, if I talk to my kids and I tell them, like, don't compare yourself to anybody else, because somebody else might have different ideas, but the only ideas that should matter are the ones that are right here, because those are the ones that are going to determine what happens in the future. If for any reason you decide, well, this guy's ideas is going to ruin mine, then guess what? It's game over for that idea you used to have. Or if for some reason down the road you meet somebody who has a very like idea, kind of like yours, you try to hang out with them because they have the same intention. At the end of the day, we got to teach them about, you know, intention. Where do you want to
Yeah.
be? What do you want to do? I grew up in a bad neighborhood. All my friends, I could say, there's two of us that are still free left. Some of them are dead or doing life in prison. I was hanging around with a bad crowd, but I made my decision, and it costed me a lot. I got called names for like ditching the friends that I was hanging around with, and belittled. Everything that you can think about. But it was the right decision. And now it's even worse because you can get attacked on social media. You can get attacked on all these other places.
Yeah. And then, media themselves don't help
No,
because they keep posting and sometimes it's, what do you call that? Like clickbait, the misleading headlines,
most.
so-and-so model, she gets slammed for her bathing suit. It's like,
Oh,
so what? It's like, why do you got to bring that up for? People get, Billie Eilish got slammed for wearing
right.
whatever she wore. and hopefully she told him to f off or whatever, right? But that's you got to be more headstrong.
Yeah, and these are things that I see. I wouldn't be putting these things out right now. Only because I know you have a quality audience, and there are things that I think that should be told because the world is not the world that it used to be. And if it was a cold world before, it's getting even colder. And
Yeah,
and we have a whole new generation and a whole new era starting with the whole digital stuff. So a lot of kids are gonna be like, I don't even know how to say, dude. If we thought we had it a little bit bad
yeah,
growing up, they're gonna have it a little bit worse because they're getting attacked from everywhere. And we have that, like you said, mental strong. We have to be mental strong, and we have to pass it
yeah.
down.
You have to. You got to teach your kid. You have to really be. Hang on a second.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, like this, secrets get withheld because people who are successful, they don't want everybody else to be
No,
successful. That's like a trade secret.
hang on. Be
You know.
right back. Hold on.
Yeah, I got it. So they don't want everybody else to be successful. They want just them to be successful. So they're not going to be telling the kids, hey, stop talking this way, stop or start doing these things, which is what actually needs to get done. Um, Manny said he'll be right back, so I guess I'm gonna have to fill in. But I do strongly believe that a lot of secrets are withheld, and these secrets, I mean, like more of a financial type of secrets, are withheld, and uh, and they're withheld starting in school, starting in, I don't know, bro. There's so many things that I'm learning today
Yeah,
that I feel I wish I would have learned these, 20 years ago.
yeah,
But so since I do know them, I pass them down when I can.
yeah. You have to. You can't just say you. You really can't just say, "Look, I bought you an iPad for Christmas," and just never talk to them about it anymore at all. You got to warn them what's going on with social media and how shitty people are and that kind of thing.
Yep. There's
You
two
just
kind of shitty people, right? Those shitty people who are shitty because that's the way they were raised and they feel like the hurt people. Like they say, hurt people. And then there's the shitty people that are shitty because they're envious and they don't want anybody else to come in
yeah,
into their market.
yeah. You're absolutely right. And it's again, I'm not. I'm glad I'm not having to raise a kid right now. I don't know. I wish I was. So I could say, you know what? Tell them to f off and all this. Don't be afraid to do that. That's how I would be. If they don't like what you said or what you wore, or whatever, tell them I don't care. As I like it, I'm wearing it, and then just move on and forget about them already. That's how you got to deal with bullies. Don't give them the attention. Don't give them the power. Frank says, I wish we were like back in the 80s where there was no social media, no cell phones. The only thing we talked about was as a child was Transformers or G.I. Joes or, and playing outside, playing ball, playing baseball, going out to play football, uh, whatever it is, you were outside. I was outside all day long. I'd come home from school, do homework, watch my hour of TV or whatever. And then we were outside playing baseball or football in the wintertime or
Man.
whatever other run around games you
And
do outside in the
and those are
neighborhood.
things that need to be passed down because I tell you, bro, if we think times have changed, imagine when the metaverse thing kicks in.
Yeah.
Imagine, bro. We think things change right now. Like we're having this conversation. We feel that things have changed. Imagine when it's virtual and you have a teenager just laying in bed all, I don't want to go to school, man. I'm just gonna go, like, I'm just gonna zone out. I don't have to do nothing, you know? Like I live this whole fantasy life where everything, it's cheaper, it's better here.
Yeah.
And then like my daughter, I was telling my daughter, uh,
Is
my
that is that kind of like the Sims? Remember that Sims game where you would
yeah,
make a
well,
whole
yeah, exactly, dude. So these people, I mean, you buy things for pennies on the dollar. I have a guy, a friend of mine, and he's from Puerto Rico. He built in the metaverse a conference office. It looks amazing, bro. So even I'm falling for it because
Hmm.
I'm like, hey, invite me. I want to go there, man. It looks cool. He has like, that circle table with seats on it, and you can write on the chalkboard and everything while you're in there. I'm like, that's amazing. So that's me as an adult. Imagine a kid, a teenager, who you can take him somewhere where he can go anywhere he wants just by putting on this thing.
Yeah.
Like screw life. That's what they're gonna be thinking, right?
Right?
That's why we have to start preparing. It's a big thing, dude. It sounds like a conspiracy thing, but it's
It's like a
think about it.
perfect world, like a utopia kind of.
Yeah, you know what? It's not gonna cost much. You can be living
Interesting.
inside a tent, and but you put your glasses on and you're in a mansion that you bought for $10 or whatever. You had a guy on Fiverr build you a mansion for $5 an hour or something. Yeah, that's what his
I
life.
gotta look into this metaverse thing.
It's funny but weird. Very, very.
Metaverse is a hypothesized. Sorry, the metaverse is a hypothesized iteration of the internet, supporting persistent online 3D virtual environments through conventional personal computing, as well as virtual and augmented reality headsets. Aspects of the metaverse have already been implemented in virtual world platforms such as Second Life.
Second
So I
life,
can
bro.
go, so I can get rent me like a nice, cool studio that looks like a studio, with my monitors everywhere and controls and lights flashing and stuff. Like I'm in a news studio, and everybody put on your headsets or whatever and just join me in this meeting. Is that what you're saying?
Dude, so this guy who built this one, that this guy I know, he it's a round conference table, and it looks amazing, bro. Like to rent a place like that, it would be like 1,800 a month here.
Mm-hmm.
He built this thing from scratch, so it costed him nothing. But where now he can rent that out to other people who are in the metaverse and wants to have a conference in an amazing place. And but here's the weird part, bro. When I saw him, like I told him, give me a demo how it is. He was a dinosaur, dude. So you can
Oh
go in
yeah.
there and be anything you want to be. He was like a
Oh, you mean an
dinosaur,
actual dinosaur?
like a dinosaur, and he's talking and like this, like moving his hand. You can write on the chalkboard, and he's there right. Dude, he says dinosaur. He's talking to me as a dinosaur and writing on a chalkboard, and you you can be anything you want to be in the metaverse. You know
Interesting.
that is crazy, bro. Now, if you look up, so these things have been occurring um, in the vaccine. We didn't know about this stuff. I started looking it up when Facebook announced that they were gonna do name change. Their name change for the corporate entity or whatever.
Yeah.
The Meta, whatever. So once they go public with it, this is gonna be this they own, bro. At least 3/4 of the world. Facebook. At least 3/4 of the world has a Facebook account. So
Yeah.
when they go viral with the metaverse, it's gonna be blown up.
It'll
Even
be
though their
huge.
little worlds already exist. If you ever look up Earth number 2, you're gonna see that takes you to a Google map, and you can go and buy the same property you own right now in this world. Somebody else can own it.
I don't know. I haven't grasped that old concept yet.
It's BS, bro. But
Earth
everybody else,
2, buy and
Earth
trade
2.
virtual land. Tier 1 founder to check out Earth 2's recent tech acquisition. That's a lot to get into. I'm not even going to get into
Yeah,
this right now. Holy
it's
crap.
a clone. It's a clone of our world in the virtual world. So your
This
address exists there, but somebody else can buy the whole lot. In Earth number 2,
virtually.
virtually.
Chuck said you earn respect from how you treat others. If you are disrespecting people, people see that and think less of you. I agree. I try to teach kids that respect is earned by being respectful of others and not to be the most popular. Yep, that's 100% right.
Yep. The most popular guys from high school are I don't want to say because they might be watching. They turned out to not be the most popular grown-ups.
Yeah, the popular. I don't know. I've noticed that as well. The people who are real popular. I mean, they're like successful, but they're not necessarily the people that people would look up to right now.
I mean, a lot of them were, I would say, short-lived to their popularity. A lot of them, once they grew up, mommy and daddy's money was not around anymore. Um, a lot of things. There was a lot of people I would know that I was like, man, dude, you should have been, in a scholarship playing, NFL by now. Oh no, man, I had knee surgery after high school, or
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, respect, definitely.
Yeah, respect is definitely earned, but you got to teach your kids to be. I mean, literally, you have to sit them down at some point, and like Abel said before, there's all kinds of people. There's this kind of shitty people, and then there's this kind of shitty people, and you break it down into categories, and so they're not surprised when they confront a bully or whatever, or an
Correct.
asshole or whatever, and then teach them how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Don't let them be little snowflakes that. There's some funny things I've seen on I don't know, TikTok, or what's the other one, Reels or whatever.
Oh yeah.
When these men are saying, millennials, how they react when they knock their finger and they get hurt or something. And anyway, I'm not gonna get it because it was kind of vulgar, but it's like don't be a wuss, So you smash your finger on something, damn, it hurts or whatever. But
Do a little dance and walk away.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Not be a wuss. It's gonna hurt. Yeah, just at first you gotta cry it out. You're a little kid. Okay, I get it. Cry, but just move on and take care of it. Learn to deal with it. Treat it. Till you need medical care, whatever. Just or some pain. They'll eventually learn some pain. Physical pain goes away. When you stub your toe on something, you're walking barefoot. Yeah, it hurts at the moment, but 10 minutes from now, it'll get better, and then 10 minutes later, after that, it'll get better, and then
Goes away.
yeah. I don't know.
That's
I
right,
might
bro.
be too much of an asshole dad like that right now. Yeah, come on, be a man. Stop crying or whatever.
I mean, that's a good way, definitely. I'd like to one day be able to talk to the younger crowd, but just to more. It'll be more of a mental thing, because yes, you can get over the bully. You can get your ass beat. I remember throwing kids in trash cans, bro. Like the bully. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And being able to turn around and understand why the bully is a bully, and being able to understand all these other things. First of all, stay the hell away from the bully. Like you said, if you give them a time of the day, then they're probably gonna pick on you until you no longer acknowledge them.
yep,
But there's, like I said, so many things, dude, that I'm even discovering now as a grown up. Like I couldn't envision my future before, like till like this week. I couldn't think about a future. I couldn't envision the house I wanted. I couldn't envision the car I want. Like if you ask me what kind of, I don't know what kind. I can't envision it.
yeah,
Right? And vision is a really important thing, because once you have a vision, then you have a purpose, because you know where you want to be. So now you got to find a way to get there. And these are things I'm learning now as an adult, and that's crazy. These are things that they don't teach us in school. To say, hey, envision what you want. Once you know, then you become passionate about it. Then once you connect an emotion to a memory, then it's like it's gonna happen one day.
yeah,
Right? Anyways, I hope to one day
yeah.
have a show for the younger crowd.
I was thinking about some of us were talking about how was high school beneficial for you or not, and compared to now that you're older, what should high school have been like? And I think it definitely should have been more, because they say, well, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
What do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I don't know, everybody, fireman or a cop, police officer, whatever. But really, there weren't enough real days. Like, what does he call those days where somebody's parent comes in who's a
Oh yeah.
firefighter,
The
like
I don't even career day.
career day. And as there wasn't enough, I wish I would have gone to law school. Now, I wish I would have. But that's something that you don't really know. But when you're in high school and certain age, it's just not in your head, and nobody puts that in your head. They just tell you,
Yeah.
oh, you have to learn carpentry or electricity or but you don't have to do anything until you're out of high school. And then you go to school to learn this or that. And even after high school, your mind's not always ready for college,
No
for all that 4 years of study. Again, you just got done with high school. And I wish there was more of
resources.
that career advice kind of thing. Hang out with an attorney, watch him argue in court. because that's not. I love watching courtroom dramas on TV and the movies and stuff. Like, damn, I want to argue with that dude. I would have argued with him. But you don't know that back then. There should have been a lot more of that.
A lot more resources, bro. For sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
how to handle your money when you get paid.
Yeah,
How to handle a bank account, your checking account.
credit.
Always put money in a savings account. How to handle credit. This is what you do. You gotta, protect your credit and be careful with it
Yep.
because you're not going to be able to buy a car when you get older or a house because your credit's messed up. And if you have a nice, good credit, then you can buy anything you want to. But if you don't make a lot of money, you can't abuse it. So you gotta, like, all this stuff has to be drilled in their head all 4 years of high school, not just one semester of 1 year and then send them off on their own. You
Man.
know, and of course, parents got to help with all this stuff too. You can't just,
Yeah. Unfortunately, dude, there's another thing that I have been theorizing on is the way you know how people will say, "Well, if why would the government be trying to control people?" Right? That's a big question, and it kind of sounds off topic, but I'm gonna get right back to the topic. Why? Why would they? So every country is its own business. Every country wants to be the best. Who is the best country in the world? The one with the strongest military, right? So, right, hands down, bro. You cannot be the best country in the world if you don't have the best military. Period.
yep,
So, what is it that they put you to school through, right? And then they ended up going through the ROTC,
yeah,
JOTC, all those things, and they push it. They'll send recruiter. They will send recruiters from the army to your high school to talk to you about how great the army is,
yep,
but they won't send you know, small time Bill Gates, not the real Bill Gates, just a small time Bill Gates, a local Bill Gates to go and
yeah,
talk to your high school and say, entrepreneurship is this. You can do this with your talent. You're a great actor. We want to do this with you. We want to do that with you. But they will emphasize the military.
right,
You don't want to join the military, you can join the National Guard, which all those services, they're fantastic. They're great. I'm not saying anything bad. I appreciate everybody who serves, but so many decisions are made based on what is put in front of you. Because when you're a kid, you make it. Come on, dude. They won't let you drink beer till you're 21 because they say that physically there's some part of your brain that's not developed. I don't remember the name of it. It's somewhere here. The cortex, something like that. It's not developed until you're 21. So you can't make decisions till you're 21. But hey, if you decide to join the army at 17, 18, we'll gladly accept you, even though you're
yeah.
not old enough to make a decision.
And I've heard that argument before. It's like, well, you're old enough. He's old enough for you to take him into military, but but he's not old enough to drink, or no, he's not old enough to smoke.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? And you're right. There's some things, alcohol, that can retard certain processes of your brain while it's growing. A lot of
Right.
the military could be labor. It could be just a lot of labor. It's a lot of labor. It's a lot of learning laborish things. So it's not. I'm not saying all the military, but just a lot of the military. Not all of it. A lot of it is labor intensive. It's just blue collar stuff that you're doing in the army, in the military.
Yeah, and the thing is, once they come back home, I have a lot of friends who came back from the military. They're not the same people who left, and I can understand why. But you know what? They'll put a prisoner. Sounds like freaking the Mexican male Candace Owens, right?
Mm,
They'll they'll put a prisoner through a jail system for weed or some stuff like that. That's
right,
legal in other states, but if
right,
it's illegal in your state, you go to jail. You do your time, 3 to 5 years. But if you were in another state, you wouldn't even have done jail time. So you go to jail
right,
in that one state because it is illegal. You do your time, you get out. After being punished in a jail society, they expect you to function in a normal society, and then you fail because you can't even get a job. You go back to your old dirty stuff. You go back to jail because jails is where the money is, right?
yep,
But they will not, they actually open halfway houses, right? So they can wean themselves back into society.
yeah,
But when a veteran comes back after going out to war, losing their best friend, half of their platoon, killing a few people, seeing all that stuff, people's guts hanging out, brains flying out. They come back to society, and there's no intermediate between regular society, so they can never turn it off, bro. They
Yeah.
can't turn it off. They're like, it's a trauma,
Yeah.
and I think there should be something in between for one. Um, so now I go back to the country. The best country is the one with the biggest army, right? So that's what they teach everybody here. So who's the country with the biggest population right now? China.
Yeah.
Right? So we go back to coronavirus. Where did it start? China. We go back to who's lost the most people. Everybody's losing people right now except who? China, because they still got billions of people to throw around. They're gonna end up being the biggest, the biggest military eventually.
Yeah. We're not even close to China and India. China's got
Yeah,
1.4 billion.
India's
In
right behind them.
India's got 1.3, almost 1.4 billion. And then we're a distant third at 331 million.
So we have to. Our government has to try harder to gain people into the military. Why do you think they're letting all the illegals in? Why do you think they do all these things? Because they need to grow their military.
Oh, so you think it's a military thing?
Yeah. Without a military, the country cannot be. How can you be the strongest country in the world without
See,
a
but
military?
then you have a government like the Biden administration who wants to knock down the military and defund it, let's say, and just shred it to something terrible.
I haven't heard of like the military or the police because
Yeah,
I know
they're
about
just
the
not
police.
funding the military, and it's just not giving them the things they need, the funding they need for their weapons.
Then we belong to somebody else at that point.
Well, that's the whole ever loving point of why some of the people on the other side, the Democrat side, don't want the military to grow and be big, the most powerful. Because you're right. I mean, look at China. China's dying to get into a war. They're
They're
dying
ready,
to
bro. They're ready.
plaster us all over the
They
place.
said, they say, so the military in China, not the military, sorry, the population in China. You know what? Okay, not everybody will be the strongest soldier, but guess what? Hey, you won't make a good soldier, but you'll make a good labor worker, and you can come work at our factories where we can mass produce weapons of war, like this, like at a snap of a finger, versus our population. So if you want to talk about, and this is super way off topic, we started with career day,
Yeah.
right? Career day. So this career day, okay, they don't want to tell us why. They don't want to tell us what we need to do. All they care about is funneling us or funneling the few into the military. Everybody else who successfully becomes something else great. When the military people come back, there's no support for them. And that's sad, right? That's a sad
Yeah.
thing. Um, Now when we go talk about population, China cares about raising their population. Right? They want to have more population. And population control is going to exist in when other countries are trying to kill off others, for example, us. And there's many conspiracies that go back to, well, the vaccine makes you sterile, right? And that's an argumentable thing I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, I don't know. That's something that we'll know in a few short years whether or not that made people sterile or not. As of right now, it was just another
Another
theory.
theory. And then
Yeah.
they had the theory of, well, there's more babies being born dead now than ever before.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true either, right? Because a lot of the stuff is not true. But I'm just going based on my theory. So we're losing a lot of population. Uh, Actually, our lifespan has decreased also due to the coronavirus. And all this thing is affecting us, but guess what? China is still populating. They're
Hmm.
still building. They're still building islands, artificial islands. They still have I don't know how many nukes around their country.
Yeah, and we're talking about population. I know it was said that the
Oh
Muslims
man,
are procreating like crazy. Families have an average of 7 to 9 kids at a time, and that's what they want to do, and that's their plan. is so that they've got more people, and the bad Muslim people that want to do bad, and they hate the United States and all this. They want to be so much. They want to overpopulate so that there's more of them than there is of us.
Yep.
And they can win that. I mean, they have huge families, and here we're trying to stick to 1 or 2 per family, where I think over there the average is, I don't know, 5 to 6 or something like that.
Which, now that you're bringing up the Muslim topic, it's scary if you haven't seen that. There's a whole other conspiracy, and this is actual videos, bro, not beyond a conspiracy, that China has Muslim concentration camps. Anytime you just Google that on your free
I think
time.
I did hear that somewhere. I did hear that
And
somewhere.
it's like world news, but it's not shown as it should be shown. And that's crazy. Why? Well, now I understand why, because Muslims are trying to grow their population. Well, China's saying, hey, we're going to control how your population grows. A lot of things pointing to China right now. I'm seeing them being superb in their military and their whole, the whole thing they're building, their case, whatever you want to call it, is just, they're outsmarting, bro. They're playing chess. U.S. is playing checkers over here.
Yeah, that was a huge good thing when President Trump was there. He was pro-military. Let's build them up. Hey, Isabel.
Merry Christmas.
And it was true that people, try to make it like he's a warmongering president. He wants to kill the entire planet and all this stupid crap. The people that just hate are going to come up with all this stupid crap.
People will follow.
Yeah. And the reality is, the people in our military felt good. They felt strong. They felt supported.
Yep.
And the attitudes were different. And now we're wussified.
Dude, we're bowing down to everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
wussified. Yeah, we're wussified.
We're wussified. A very bad thing.
Yep.
Hey, Jack Daniel, how are you doing, sir? What's up?
Jack Daniel.
Merry Christmas to you too, man. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. We're kind of talking all kind of stuff all over the place.
Right.
Well, what was supposed to be a 30-minute show,
it's going on 3 hours or what?
Is now 2.5 hours long.
Is that it?
So you kind of came off on a tail end because I do got to sign off. I have a dog who needs to go outside really bad.
I need to go outside too.
So everyone, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you again on Tuesday evening. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you guys have a good Sunday tomorrow. Enjoy your families. And Shonda is the winner of our drawing. She gets a T-shirt and a mug. And why do we have to be the police of the world forever? Exactly. But that's the thing. We don't. That's right. And Donald Trump was saying, well, we're protecting so many people, but we're not getting paid for it. Why is that? So he started charging, like, hey, you owe us X amount of billions of dollars for all this.
Well, dude, this is another conversation too. You got to go. I got to go.
I know. It's going we'll pick this up again. Isabel, we'll pick this up again. Everyone have a great night. Abel, thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.